Not just like that. It's not late.
All right, well, this is Welcome to Girls Night Out, episode 85.
Right?
Today we're joined with Nick, Manolis, and Tony Gavin.
I wasn't late.
Laid back. Should we call him Laid Back Larry?
There's nothing. No. You made a rule earlier on. You said that we have to we'll tell everyone the time half hour before we start.
Yeah.
I got here at. It's not even. It's 5:56. You said 5:30 we get here.
I know.
So I got here at 5:55.
So you're complete, Gavin.
So I'm on time.
Gavin, you're completely right.
I know.
But what doesn't mean you're not?
It does mean.
You're still a little
I'm
bit
not
late.
You came in, you're like, guys, I'm not late. Like,
No. You guys came after me.
But you don't understand. We want that time with you, though. That 5:30 to 6 o'clock. That warm up time. We want it with you.
I know it's fine, but I didn't mean to be.
That's when we're doing our stretches.
But I wasn't.
But now it's like, bam! You're just here.
Yeah, but I'm not late.
But
You guys write down subjects.
we wrote down one,
Two. ISIS, Ottawa shooting, Renee Zellweger's face.
We did that last week.
That's asked. I said, you guys. I wasn't here. I said, you guys do that last week.
Yeah, it's on the
I
podcast.
saw an article online that I know is bullshit, but it really intrigued me. It's not true, but there was a guy on death row that was a pedophile and a cannibal, and he asked for his last meal to be a young boy. And yeah, that was.
Is that the top?
Yeah, it's total bullshit, but.
Let's talk about it.
Well, I don't.
I wish that was. Yeah, that'd be kind of.
Jian Ghomeshi just got fired from CBC.
That's a good time.
Jian Ghomeshi.
Yeah, like just.
I love that we're preparing the podcast while we're recording.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
I mean, we had to do it now because we usually do that at 5:30.
But we don't know why he got fired.
Who is he?
Jian Ghomeshi, he hosts Q.
Okay, just write it down.
Q Radio. Q.
From Q107.
No, the show Q on CBC.
Oh, is that the guy from that sang the King of Spades?
Yeah.
That dude. What's
Yeah.
that band's name?
Moxie Frubis.
Moxie Frubis.
Yeah, he left for reasons.
Yeah, he is
on
actually.
Friday.
For real?
And then he got fired on Sunday, today,
Today he got fired.
for undisclosed reasons.
He seems
And
like.
now he's suing them for $50 million.
Well, all this came out today?
Yeah, there's an investigation going on with him.
I didn't even know CBC Radio.
Who?
I don't think they do. I think
Well-
it's either child molestation or rape.
What?
Whoa.
I think it's child molestation, child porn, or rape.
He was fucking.
Wait.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know.
You think you think that they might be?
Oh, there's something going on.
That's serious.
Because someone wrote, a journalist wrote something online. They said, when people find out about Jian Ghomeshi, Canada's not going to seem so innocent anymore.
Well,
We've had child molesters in Canada before.
Yeah, but on CBC Radio.
What? Yeah, like.
what do you mean? Like you're saying we've had guys that have child molesters and then they got their job back?
On CBC Radio.
But I guess because he's a public figure.
I don't know what happened. I'm just saying someone's
Okay.
collecting all the information. There's going to be an article soon.
You're telling me there's an investigation?
Well,
like,
a
there's
couple of years
police
ago, someone wrote an article about him, like going out with him, and he was very creepy or rapey, kind of.
Oh, you
And
think
this
it might be? You think it's a possible rape?
It's something. It's not small.
Yeah, it makes sense because it was saying that he left the radio show for an undetermined amount of time.
And they fired him on Sunday.
What's his name?
Jian Ghomeshi.
G?
Jay.
Yeah,
You guys don't know him?
I know who he is.
I know a little bit. I saw the first thing I saw was when him and that Billy Bob Thornton kind of flipped out.
Oh yeah, that was that Billy Bob.
Thornton guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he got all mad. You ever see that interview? He gets all mad at
Yeah.
him. He said pissed because he brought something up that he didn't want to talk about.
His acting.
Oh, he wanted to be respected as a musician.
Well, I think he probably. I don't know. I don't know all the.
I
details.
think there was a thing where it's like I don't want to talk about my
I
acting.
didn't want to talk about my acting.
And
I
he-
came in here about the band.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know.
I hate was like just then stop the interview and leave.
Yeah, I guess.
He just sat there and was being a prick. I'm like either we'll get in a fight or leave.
Well, I think he let his bandmates answer questions.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he was just like, "I'm
See,
done."
that's what he should get fired for. You don't piss off Billy Bob fucking Thornton or whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob.
So
They're quoting, CBC is quoting to be saddened to announce that his relationship with Jian Ghomeshi has come to an end. They're saddened to announce that.
Yeah.
But if they know something. Obviously, they know something.
They know something.
But, Gavin-
That's what they said.
If he's touching kids,
I don't know if it's touching kids.
touching kids, child porn, something creepy.
Rape. It could be rape. It could be sexual
But
assault.
what else? What? Okay, first
Well,
of
maybe the relationship they're sad and they're not going to give out the information
but is there any? If he's suing them for $50 million,
because of
isn't that like saying, dude, I didn't do anything?
or I don't know.
Is that like if he's like knows that rape is coming? If he say like pretend there is a rape charge and he knows it's coming, is he really
He
going
already
to?
got a charge. Something happened because they
Oh, there's a charge,
there's something because they know they let him go because of something.
but they're not
There's a
allowed
reason
legally.
why they're just not disclosing the information.
But they're not legally allowed to.
I don't know. They didn't say anything. They just said they're not disclosing the information.
Well, you know enough that there's something happened. How do you know something happened?
because they said they got some information.
That
Based on the information, they had to let him go. And he took time off on Friday. He's going to take some time off for personal issues. That's what he said. And then today they fired him.
So I mean,
So some shit went down.
because what else? What else could there be that it was not that serious? Like you know what I mean? Like they wouldn't fire him. Like say you got caught drinking and driving, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't fire him for that.
No.
Right?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Like it's
I don't
something.
think so.
like
Maybe
wh-
not.
No.
I don't think it's drinking and driving, though.
So it's something like
Well, the reporter said that they were building up an investigation. Someone else said that every time someone does an article on him or a bio on him, it's so they expect the good stuff, and all they do is a puff piece. Now the real stuff is going to come out. So he has some sort of skeletons in his closet.
they're finally showing.
Someone's like, said fuck this guy, and there's some skeletons in his closet.
But he's not. It's not that he's famous, but he's probably well known enough that.
He's a face of CBC radio,
Right.
For sure.
But like it's like.
Wouldn't he be the voice?
Like he's a voice, but he's also a face. You know.
Be the smart ass guy.
Yeah. Well, it's not. No, I'm good, thank you. I think he's So we'll find out probably tomorrow.
What did you think? A side note: would you, as a listener, have you ever listened to his interviews?
I've just on YouTube here and there. He's okay.
He's okay.
Yeah. Nothing.
I found him though okay too. I never found him that
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah, he's okay. It's nothing. I'm like, the fuck, this guy's me. Nothing. Yeah.
Watson and Tilly are big fans of CBC radio, so they probably are.
No, we don't have CBC on for them.
I thought you liked. Oh no, it's jazz.
Yeah.
Have that pen.
Yeah, the jazz radio.
What?
It's dogs listen to smooth jazz while he's gone.
Yeah, well, I'm not there. So they don't
So
get
they don't really
lonely.
know they're not.
By themselves. They hear voices. I don't know.
So, but they're not up to date on the Jian.
Ghomeshi. No, this just happened today.
What was your reaction to it, Gavin? Like,
I thought it was weird they're gonna fire someone on a Sunday.
He must have done.
People don't fire you on Sunday.
so that means they're like trying to make sure that they're doing
They're
they're
distancing,
doing
yeah.
damage control
Yeah, exactly.
right away.
That's what I would say.
So you think something's coming out tomorrow?
Something's gonna come out soon. Tomorrow, sometime this week.
Can't we just call them?
Call Jian Ghomeshi.
No, just call it.
Hey, what's going on?
Can we?
But like, what's going on Sunday at CBC? Like, we would meet. There would be like.
No, but can't we just call the police?
and say, hey, what's going on? And maybe it's not the police. Maybe it's an article. Maybe it's like someone has evidence. No, I think it's an investigation. I don't know.
Yeah, let's ask about the investigation.
Okay.
Call the Toronto police, I guess.
What's going on? Well, do you have the number? You guys can call them.
I'm checking. I'm just trying
Can we get the department where we find out what happened?
his website for a while either. Or his Twitter. So he has no.
He said something on Twitter. He apologized for some.
He hasn't posted.
He had. Oh, you mean it was like a general apology?
Yeah, just like, oh, I'm sorry or saddened.
Yeah, thanks for all the wishes, you guys. I'm okay. Just taking some much needed personal time. That was the 24th.
Oh, what's going down below?
Nothing. Oh, below it's just him like plugging shit.
Thanks for the wishes. Well wishes.
So, see, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't sound like. I mean, would you? I mean, Gavin, if you were like going to get charged with something really serious, in the meantime, would you try to sue them for $50 million?
If I got fired out of my contract.
I'm missing a tweet.
But it,
That's also if you're guilty but you're gonna plead not guilty, that's a reinforcing thing
Yeah.
to do.
well, yeah, we don't know if he's pleading not guilty. So
Yeah.
until the thing is done,
Yeah.
whatever the thing is, then they technically,
Maybe he hasn't been charged.
yeah, maybe they jumped the gun.
Yeah. Or maybe
They probably.
We'll
I don't
find
think
out.
they would jump the gun without.
yeah, I don't think they. Yeah, some sort of an investigation's been going on for months apparently. So they probably have some sort of.
Won't let me message him.
I wonder why.
Probably
He's not
something.
friends with them, right? You're not following, or he's not following you.
You don't, yeah, but you don't need to follow someone to tweet them.
Oh, maybe he's just blocked all that shit.
Probably. People are probably like, hey, stop touching little kid dicks, man.
Well, we don't know if he's touching kids. Like, you keep going into this shit.
You're the one that brought the kid.
No, I said my theory is something along that lines.
Yeah, when you bring up a theory like that, you think I'm not going to go with it?
Well, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Well, it's got to be something serious, right? It can't be something.
Definitely is serious.
It can't be something.
Pretty serious, Gavin.
Yeah, it can't be something. Well, it can't be. It can't be. You know, it's got to be rape or child molestation,
Or kitty porn.
or he murdered someone. Right.
Yeah, I think that's a little less likely.
Kitty porn, maybe. I don't know.
Kitty porn, I think those three.
It's
rape,
something.
kitty porn, child-
We'll find out. We have to get the facts before we can just make assumptions.
He looks more of like a creep than a murderer.
Well, someone wrote an article a couple years ago.
Who said
about-
that?
No, I'm saying that based on his appearance, he looks more of a creep than a murderer.
Someone wrote an article a couple years ago about him being creepy.
He looks creepy.
Yeah.
What were they insinuating though? Like, what do you mean?
He was
like,
just trying to. He was
like the
trying
way
to
he
have
was with
sex
chicks?
with her the whole time.
oh, some girl said this.
Yeah, yeah.
But that, like, every guy's trying to have sex with girls.
Yeah, but if someone's
Like,
if you
is
say,
it?
if
It was
you
he
say
just
no, it's done, right? Like,
right?
That's
you
not your-
saying he did, so maybe he just wouldn't stop.
Yeah. Apparently, she did a whole retelling of where they went out or something, and he was constantly trying to. But it wasn't criminal. It was just.
Around the Jigaloos.
Yeah, she was just being hit on, and she just didn't want it. So I don't know. How come you have a dog bowl full of candy?
Hang on a second.
Dollar store
Is that yours?
bowl. It is a community.
Well, what are you writing?
Hang on, jealous. C. That's what I'm trying to spell. Before I'll bring it up later. While we're talking about the idea of like possibly whatever it is, but it just made me think of the Bill Cosby situation.
Oh,
With
yeah.
what animal? What's his name?
Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess have you seen the video?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched it.
Someone was just typing with their obviously with their iPhone or something.
Yeah, but he's been doing that bit for a while.
So that's an old bit.
Yeah.
Okay, but the bit is about joking about how Bill Cosby.
Needs to stop pointing fingers at other people, at the black community.
Yeah,
He's when you're a rapist.
yeah.
But Bill Cosby has paid people off.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
For like, just shut up.
Yeah.
So
I
you
think he's been charged. I don't know if he's been charged, but he's settled out of court.
really?
Yep.
There's someone on Facebook who posted this thing from Jesse Brown. It said, what I have learned about Jian Ghomeshi after months of investigation will be reported responsibly as soon as possible.
That's the guy, yeah.
Patience, please. So there's that.
So
I want to get to the bottom of this Jian Ghomeshi thing. I think we could solve it.
well,
And
it's
then-
hard to be a celebrity now because you're famous, but you fuck up once, people, you can get in so much trouble.
I have no idea who the guy was before you brought him up today.
Yeah, but like
You knew who he was now.
No, I saw his face. It's like, oh, I've seen him on TV. A couple
yeah,
times.
you know, this Canadian celebrity.
Yeah. Hey, he's sitting next to Kermit the Frog here in this picture. He looks like he's on the up and up in the celebrity world.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, some people are giving their comments on. One person said, if you look at the wording, severed ties and reported responsibly, things are about to get ugly fast.
Yeah.
That's a good analysis of that.
Well, if CBC because if it was just like if there was nothing, like it was just no facts or anything, CBC wouldn't breach a contract like that. They breached a contract within 2 days. They went, oh, we gotta get the fuck out of this. We gotta distance ourselves from it. So they're liable for a lawsuit.
It's like,
He's not gonna get $50 million from them. Nothing's gonna happen.
yeah, but it's like remember Rob Ford was like, all his people were like quitting
Yeah.
because they were like, they're like, oh, he the whole time we are like, well, maybe he wasn't smoking crack, and then everything finally
Everyone started dropping like flies.
yeah, because they all knew something was up.
Well, they wouldn't be able to get a job afterward, right?
Right.
He's hired a PR company apparently too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So he's
It's
in.
gonna be bad.
He's in like fucking spin right now. Yeah.
Damn.
But everybody knows about his shit. Like the PR company put out the lawsuit.
Right.
They put that out there. They're like, all right, well, this is what we need to do first.
damage control.
Yeah.
We gotta make it seem like you didn't do anything, so we're gonna sue them
Yeah, exactly.
for $50 million.
Yeah.
That's an insane amount of money too.
Oh, damn.
Well, it's just they would have the money.
This woman on Twitter, Serena McCarroll, this tweet came from a private account. I was given permission to share as long as I made it anonymous. Jian Ghomeshi fired from CBC. Toronto's women all give each other knowing glances.
Uh-oh.
What's that mean?
That means he must be like a womanizer or like
He's
a guy is
constant.
a harasser. He harasses women.
That's his market too. Like every time, like I see like people talk about him and say something, I don't really like him. A woman will come right to his defense. He's the best thing in the world. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Like that kind of thing. So this is bread and butter. So it's gonna suck. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's
Definitely touching unwanted.
oh, he might not be touching. He could be harassing.
That's a good touching.
It could be. More than likely, it's
Wild accusations. They're probably not pedophiles.
it's got to be more than just.
You get sued for $50 million tomorrow.
It's got to be more than harassment. It's got to be more than that, I would say.
Yeah.
There's gotta be something that
Maybe just the
happened.
tip.
Well, there's no way they're gonna fire him for like even just like a butt smack in the office.
I would be. It could be because that's sexual harassment, and something like CBC can't have that.
You're talking over it.
Yeah, but yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. Just talking over it.
But I got a feeling it's probably more. I think something happened, and
I'm never gonna hire you as a lawyer.
no, I think something happened. I think it's close. It might be rape.
It seems more likely to get a Sunday fire and like they're just trying to throw water on it immediately.
Yeah,
And he's sued for $50 million.
it's one of those. It's probably one of those situations where dude was like so aggressive and shit,
Right.
and the girl was just like didn't know what to do or had no idea, and the next day was like, I didn't want that at all, and then that shit just came out.
Oh, I see. Like in the moment, like I just went with.
Yeah,
I
well,
just
yeah.
went with it.
Yeah, when you're like, that some of these guys read the game and shit like that, and they think that's the way you have to treat a woman or something, trick them and shit like that.
Oh, dude, makeup artists.
Yeah.
They're so.
And then they get themselves into a situation with a girl or a woman who's just like confused or drunk or something, and then the next day they're like, that's not what I wanted at all.
I think it's gonna be more than one woman because he's
Yeah.
reporting for months.
Yeah.
That's a
Could-
thing. That's like a thing.
Fact checking and shit.
But could it be like? Could it be that hard? I've never thought it was hard to figure out whether the chick was into it or not. Like, you know what I mean?
There's
Like,
sometimes where women are raped and they don't know they've been raped.
Well,
That
I also
happens.
think that this guy has probably a good, can get any woman he wants most of the time, and then he's like, well, what do you mean?
Well, not necessarily, right? Like,
He does look like John Stamos.
I just every time I bring him up, some in a group of women.
yeah, but
they're
they probably don't know him.
No,
and then when
yeah,
you're
that's
around
true.
him and you get to know him, and he's like this lecherous dude or whatever.
Yeah, then,
and he's
yeah.
just creepy as hell. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like when they're just creepy. Maybe he's creepy. I don't know. Maybe he does get women like crazy.
He's grabbing ass and smacking jigaloos. That's what he's doing.
The problem is too is the community he goes for is I guess he's Sparter, and so it's not. You know what I mean? He's not Dean Blundell's audience.
Who does he interview? Like who?
Artists, mainly artists.
Yeah.
Yeah. He he'll do like Louis C.K. or someone.
Oh really?
Yeah. So you'll get like
he's had like a lot of crazy, amazing interviews.
yeah. So that's my theory. Is that someone probably was like, oh, I didn't want that, or the girl was really young.
Like too young?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
what
like-
statutory rape.
What she thinks she was making?
16. Maybe she was 16. Maybe she.
No, but does that mean no? Wait, was that? I always get confused with that. Does that mean if the girl's 15, you're in trouble?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
But 16, you're not in trouble?
16. You can have sex with a 16-year-old with parents' consent.
Oh, I have to get a permission form signed.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be.
It's like a school trip.
Himself with a crayon.
It's a school trip.
Can you get the signature faked, hun?
Well, then that.
You forged your parents' signature. You still remember how to do
That-
that in high school?
I
No, you were in high school. Yes.
I can have sex with daughter, and it's just like scribble. Yeah.
Who wrote this thing? There's so many spelling mistakes on it.
He can't be in his late 40s. He can't spell.
Yeah.
He's only in high school too.
No, Mom. He's in my class.
Yeah, he re-enrolled in high school. Brush up on his English.
I'm helping him out. That's tutoring him.
Are we done with that topic?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Let's talk about Gavin's amazing Macho Man costume. That was amazing.
Oh, at least I made it.
It was so good. Last night, Gavin had a party for his wife.
Yeah.
And Gavin was Macho Man Randy Savage. I swear to God, he looked really like him.
Oh, thank you. She did it. I didn't. It was comfortable because it had jeggings.
You
on.
look good.
Do the jeggings were the best
I had
part.
jeggings.
I didn't even realize it until I looked at your tassels. You're like, are you wearing tights?
Yeah.
Man, they're jeggings.
The jeggings.
What are jettings?
They're like jeans, but they're tights, like track pant tight jeans.
Was it for a woman?
Yeah, they're women.
Did your wife have them?
Yeah, those are hers.
Okay.
They're not mine. I would wear them though if it was acceptable for men.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very comfortable.
They're like yoga pants, but they look like jeans.
Yeah, they got like a buckle and a zipper and pockets. And
I was blown away. Like how good. And I'm like this. We all know what Macho Man Randy Savage looks like.
It
But
was
it's
all
like,
slapped together, really.
yeah, but it was like done well.
Yeah. Yeah, duct tape for fingers. And then the glasses and the hair and the beard. Yeah, when you came in, I didn't have the hair on because it was.
Well, you put it on later. I think I
Yeah.
saw you with the hair on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I was supposed to get a Macho Man shirt.
You looked in shape.
Did you get super upset if anyone looked at your wife for more than 2 seconds?
No, I was fine. I was fine.
Don't look. Remember they like
Ooh, yeah,
he gets knocked out or something in the ring or
Yeah.
something happens in that brief 30 seconds or whatever.
Hey, Hogan's picking up. Yeah.
Yeah, Elizabeth, they're
Yeah.
just talking
Yeah,
to her,
yeah,
touching
and,
her.
And he'd come back and he's whoa.
Whoa. Ooh, stay away from
And then
my.
he'd grab a chair and Elizabeth would hold it. Or yeah,
Elizabeth was pretty hot though.
yeah.
You gotta admit.
She died, right?
I know Macho died.
She died of an overdose.
Did she really? I didn't know that. You know that for sure?
Elizabeth, yeah.
Like
There's a
would
911 call with Lex Luger. Lex Luger was like dealing steroids at a gym when he left wrestling. And then there's a 911
Wait, isn't that the
call.
guy that's tries to kill Superman?
No, that's Lex Luthor. There's another wrestler named Lex Luger. He's very
Luger.
popular, yeah. And
Okay.
he was in he's a preacher now, but he's a 911. She's not breathing. I don't know what to do. And they're like, "Sir, you're gonna have to do this." He's like, "I'm too scared. I don't want to."
He's a preacher now?
Yeah, he's a preacher.
I'm too scared.
So he's steroids after wrestling?
Yeah, he became a preacher after. Like, he left wrestling and he started selling steroids in like gyms and stuff like that, and drugs. I'm sure he was a huge drug dealer.
Did he not save any money for wrestling?
Maybe not. These guys have like lifestyles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's like those like one-off rappers that get all their money and then
Well, Mick Foley saved a lot of money. Macho Man Randy Savage saved all his money.
yeah.
Yeah, very cheap guys.
Well, yeah, I guess they're probably smart businessmen too.
Yeah.
Well, this probably not cheap. Just stop throwing the
no,
money
Mick
around.
Foley's cheap as shit.
Like what kind of cheap?
Just like he spends money on his kids. He doesn't spend money on himself. And Macho Man saved his money.
Sure forever.
Macho Man saved his money, and Ric Flair like always makes fun of him because of it. But Ric Flair's broke. Yeah, he's bouncing checks. And then yeah, and Stone Cold Steve Austin's doing pretty good.
Does he have a podcast now?
Yeah, he has a good podcast.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good. Well, it's really interesting. It's really good on it.
What is Stone Cold? Isn't it? I think he's like really connected in Hollywood, isn't he?
I think so.
Like he seems to like know a lot.
Yeah, what I've listened to is wrestlers, but he knows a lot of different people.
Is it like what? Like is it like what's the guy's name? Fuck. What's the other interview? No. Like what's that? I can't believe I can't think of his name.
Hogan?
No, not wrestler. The Mark Maron. Is he like that? Is it like that
yeah.
kind of thing?
Yeah. But I can hear him, the Stone Cold, on radio more than Mark Maron.
He's got a radio voice, you mean?
Yeah,
Or-
he just sounds like way more professional.
Can you hear him cracking up the Pabst and pouring it on himself?
No, he doesn't sound like that Stone. He sounds like when he talks to wrestlers, he sounds like he's a fan of the person he's talking to, but not in an annoying way. Like he knows everything about them, and he
So is he
doesn't sound like the
articulate?
Stone Cold. Yeah, doesn't sound like the Stone Cold character. He sounds like a dude. Yeah, he really knows what he's talking about. No, and he knows what he's talking about, and it's really interesting.
He probably so happy not to have to amp that shit up and just
All
be
the
himself.
injuries. Yeah,
No, but like I can just
Yeah.
have a conversation and look.
Yeah.
Imagine Macho, like doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, but he had like you got to. So I'll say like you like.
Well, he's intense. Macho Man's very intense.
But I mean, he doesn't talk like that. He doesn't flex while he.
No, there's an interview of him. There's a few of them.
Where he's just
Talks
chill.
Normal, yeah.
I would love to see those. Are they
Yeah.
on YouTube?
So he has the voice. It's not the same as the other. Like
Yeah.
But he has the.
I like
it's
to
all
hear
on
that.
YouTube.
I like to see that.
Yeah. He was always in great shape.
Yeah.
Macho Man, always in great shape. Yeah.
He wore I think he had like long hair, but I think he was going bald or something.
Yeah, and he was gray. He had a gray beard, and then he had a ponytail.
Didn't he like Macho Man just always wear a bandana?
Yep.
He wore a bandana, and then so he just had whatever hair he had left was
Yeah.
like pull.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, you talk a lot about Bam Bam Bigelow.
He's enjoyable.
I like Bam Bam Bigelow. He put on some great matches. This is a great match with Bret Hart and Bam Bam Bigelow. Yeah, for the King of the Ring, the first King of the Ring. It's a great match.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch too much wrestling, but I did thoroughly enjoy him and Goldust because he was.
Goldust.
I had sex with a girl one time. She had a bandana. She looked like Captain.
Captain Lou Albano.
What the fuck?
She looked like Captain Sparrow or
Oh, Jack
whatever.
Sparrow.
Captain Sparrow. Jack
She
Sparrow.
slept with someone that looked like Captain Jack Sparrow.
And you went ahead.
Well, yeah, she was cute enough, but she had her hair was, I don't know, she had long hair, but she had a bandana on, like Axl Rose would wear.
What year was this?
I don't know, it would have been about 8-9 years ago, 7 years ago maybe.
How old is she?
At that time, I guess she was probably like 21, 22.
Okay.
I don't know.
Why did you have to ask that question? You slept with a girl, so was she 21 or 22?
I'm just wondering if she was old enough to know not to wear a bandana.
She was 21 or 22.
Like
Did she always wear a bandana?
I didn't get into it. I didn't.
It was like a one night stand.
What?
It was a one night
It
stand.
was a one night stand. Actually, I
Okay.
invented a move because of her.
What was the move?
I call it.
Oh, you named it?
I named it. I call it the jackhammer. I haven't done it since. I don't think.
Oh.
And I invented it because I was in a panic.
Yeah.
What's a jackhammer?
I'm gonna tell you.
All right.
So Jack Sparrow's like I'm in bed with her.
Well, you shouldn't call her Jack Sparrow.
I don't
Let's think of
forget
a
it.
better name for her.
Isn't there anybody with a bandana that's female that you could use?
I'm sure there's
Joan Jett. I was in
There you
bed.
go.
So
There you
it's,
go. That one's fine.
But I don't think she wears a bandana.
but
Say she does.
but like I think it was like I was wearing the bandana. She was wearing it like how if you have a bad hair day,
Yeah.
like you just put a hat on.
Yeah.
So I think she might have been having a bad
a bad hair day.
Yeah, she I just put this bandana over my head. But like when we were in bed, she didn't take the bandana off. That was the weird.
Was she like ass naked? Everything else but the bandana?
Yes. For the most part, yeah. Yeah. Well, there was access to her vagina, definitely.
So you didn't care.
Well, what am I
Did
saying?
you
Hey,
just fart?
yeah, that's kind of. But what am I gonna say? Listen, I'll fuck you, but
No, you just pull it off.
I was afraid.
What do
She
you-
didn't want to take it off, so do I take it off?
Just pull it off in like the heat of passion.
If you never took that hat off, there was never a day I ever saw you without that
Yeah, but
hat
you're
on.
not- you're
You
not
think I'd take
fucking
it off
me.
you?
If you're fucking someone.
No, but
If you're a fucking girl with a baseball hat, wouldn't you take it off?
it was a bandana. There was no brim.
Yeah, but you can just.
In
I
the
wanna
heat
see
of
your
passion,
hair. Yeah.
what if?
And then she's
Something-
got
I
like
see something.
she's got Hulk Hogan hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
She's like, get off me, brother.
I'm like, ah.
Yeah. She's just, oh, brother.
So I.
What are you doing, brother?
So
Is she good looking?
she was a one-off.
A one off. What does that mean?
Good enough for once.
For a bandana.
One night. So it was a one-night stand. She was
Red
like,
bandana?
It was red. Actually, how did you know it was red?
Kids, those are common.
Okay.
She the Bloods?
Oh, the Crips, blue.
Or is she just a Willie Nelson fan?
Maybe you should, I think we're asking too many questions.
So she's on her back.
Yeah, you gotta get.
We're like, I think we did. I know we had sex at some point, but we're both really drunk.
Yeah.
And I was playing with her vagina with my,
Okay.
let's say with like this. I think it was my middle finger
Stimulating her.
playing with a vagina.
Yeah.
And I was like, she says, and it was summertime, by the way. Okay, it was like the middle of summer. It was like hot, and she says to me, she goes, "Can you lick my pussy?" And I was like, "What?" Like in my head, and I'm like, "This is a one night
She's
stand."
never had it before.
What?
Someone licking her pussy.
Not when you
you
wear a
please
bandana every day. No.
Can you lick my pussy, please? Please. She said, please?
No, she didn't say, please can you lick my pussy. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay. But I'm like, as I say, okay, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this at all.
Yeah.
So I was like,
It's a one-night stand.
yeah, and I want to
Yeah,
say
but would you want a blowjob?
it's a double standard.
Yeah.
It would be nice, but I would never ask.
I would ask, but I don't.
But yes, you just put it in
I
her
don't get
face.
upset.
So you're going down to lick her pussy.
I'm going down. I'm about like 4 or 5 inches away from her vagina.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I get a whiff in my nose of her.
What do you do in that situation?
This way, that's how I invented the jackhammer. I fucking got close enough where I was like, I did a little bit of this. I swear I did a little. I went like that. I was like, that's how bad this
How
smelled.
bad was it?
It was bad.
Whoa.
It was just like there was an odor.
Yeah.
There was a smell.
How do
Yeah.
you not know? Like, why would she ask you?
Well,
down there?
she doesn't care. She maybe I'll clean it
It's a
up.
one-night stand.
Yeah, whatever. She like listen. I'm sure the head of my cock smells not great right now.
Yeah.
But it's fucking pretty far away.
Was it
from my-
sweaty smell or was it like, oh, this girl hasn't washed this in a while?
No, it was a little bit like I left the house at 9 or 10 and I haven't been
So it
home.
was sweaty. It was a sweaty smell.
So it's a hot summer day. I've been
Yeah,
walking
it's
along.
not bad. It's musty.
It's musty.
Yeah.
It's not. It just didn't smell nice.
You had a bit of an overreaction.
No, I didn't. No,
You didn't like it, but it wasn't like
it was bad
oh,
enough that
this
I didn't
is-
want to do it.
This is a bag lady's pussy. It wasn't like
No,
that.
no.
It was just like this girl did some working out, didn't wash his shit.
Yeah.
And I'm going, okay.
So I go "Ooh," like this a bit, and I'm
Did
already.
you hear that?
She might. We're drunk. She might have. She
Okay.
might have. But so
Did she say, get down there, brother?
so my fingers between her legs, and I'm playing with her vagina at this point.
Ugh.
So out of panic, because I'm like, I don't want to lick this girl's vagina, but I also don't want to say I don't want. Like listen, I changed my mind. I don't want to lick her vagina. You know. So I take my other hand, I put it between her butt cheeks, around, and I put it like between her legs, but from underneath her
Yeah.
butt cheeks. She's on her back, and I put that finger in her vagina. Now I have both fingers in, and I got them like kind of like almost like scissors.
Yeah.
And I'm going like this, and then I just start at that point. I just start going like I started going in like so. I got both between both legs, and I just start like pulling in both at the
Feels
same
awkward.
time.
That seems awkward.
No, it doesn't, because it's like this, and like my face. At that point, I bury my face kind of in her stomach, and the theory in my head was, sounds stupid, that I thought if my head was just near her vagina, and I kept doing that, she might think that I'm eating her out somehow. But and so I just
His mouth is like a crow's beak.
so I just start pulling in like, and that's why I call it the jackhammer. So because I'm just going like, and I did that for like.
And what did she say? Yeah, sorry.
She went crazy.
Woo!
Yeah, woo, woo, it's fucking nuts. And cause like I realized like when like
Did she
if
rip
you
her shirt off?
she put her one finger up and
Nice.
started twirling it over her head.
Did she start asking the audience for poses?
Started
They wanna
pointing
see her
this.
pose?
She kept doing this with her ear, pointing at the
Yeah,
wall.
just like, do you want to see this? There you go.
But when you normally like finger bang a chick,
Yeah.
if you just do it normal, like you're making out with her, but you're kind of playing with a vagina, there's a point where your shoulder starts to get burned. That burn.
So you got to tag in a friend. Use a different arm.
But the thing is, see, like when you're like this, if you're like low by her belly and you got both fingers in, you're like now it's all you're using your muscles
Yeah.
and your what do you call this part of your arm? Your forearm. Like so, it's like it's harder for that to burn out than your shoulder. So I was able to just like just fucking go.
Did you make the noise?
Yeah, I was like this, like you know what?
Pussy, 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 pussy,
You know? But like, because they were both in, and there was like a kind of an angle too, like they're scissored.
Yeah.
I'm just going in it, and I swear, I can't believe that. Like talking about this, I can't believe I haven't done it since. She went fucking nuts.
Did she paint the wall behind you?
She wasn't a gusher that
No, she wasn't.
I've never dealt with an actual gusher.
What I like is that someone went up to Parliament Hill and shot up people, and this was the opening topic.
Well, we'll get into that. I'm sure.
Well, the opening time was Jian Ghomeshi.
Actually, yeah.
So this was like the secondary topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you have your sex with your wife?
Last night? No. We went to bed at 4 a.m.
You didn't have sex with your wife in the fucking Macho Man Randy Savage
No, I
outfit?
didn't, sorry.
Missed
What's wrong with
opportunity.
you?
That's kind of creepy, don't you think?
Is it?
A little bit.
You're not into role playing? Not. You
A
have to.
Macho Man role playing? What am I, 12?
Yeah, but
I mean, like Macho Man role playing.
you're.
I'm gonna give her elbow off the top rope. The corner of the bed.
Yeah, that'd be a deal. So you rattle her out.
You rattle my wife. I don't rattle her around.
Hey,
Rattle. You gotta give her a rattle, dude.
I don't rattle, said the guy in the
Browser.
Brazzer sweatshirt.
I was doing background work. Some chick that worked there. She's like, "Is that a browser?
Did she whisper it?
Yeah, is that a browser sweatshirt?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, you should. She goes, "You shouldn't be wearing that on set."
Why not?
I just like, okay. She's just trying to.
Oh, she was a background chick?
She was like an AD.
Who gives a fuck?
Wait
Why,
till we're- how do you know about Brazzers?
Yeah, that's my thought. First thought I was like,
who gives a fuck? Why can't you wear a Brazzer shirt?
I was gonna
You're
get
not wearing a
into it
sweatshirt
with
that
her.
says fuck on it. It's just Brazzers. But it's the same as wearing it's the same as wearing a shirt that says Coke. It means nothing. It's meaningless.
Oh yeah, she's trying to. I think she's just wanting me to know.
you're probably just getting her.
That's related to porn. You know how many things are related to porn? Everything's related to porn.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
Right.
So, what else? What type should we talk about now?
See that?
Okay, sorry.
this is
No,
the-
we don't have to.
No. I'm just getting back on this. What bothers me is the idea. Okay, porn. They're actually fucking, but they sell products with fucking all the time. So what's worse, the innuendo of fucking or fucking?
Right.
So it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. I find like that. I always think that too. Like porn girls or guys that like at least they're honest.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to get when you you watch like any kind of like video nowadays. They're like it's so
Commercial.
Yeah, but
It's tons of commercial with
everything's
sex.
so sexualized.
Yeah, and I that's what I don't understand is like, so the innuendo is acceptable.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's
Yeah,
dumb.
Yeah, you watch the Disney Channel and the girls are fucking. They're making these 16-year-old girls like fucking.
I haven't watched the
super
Disney Channel.
They're usually like 18, 19. They make them look like they're in high school still. And one
Yeah.
of them just had a bunch of her nudes leaked with that iCloud thing.
Oh,
One of hers, I didn't know she was.
and you went and watched.
I didn't go and watch it. I went through.
Looked.
Through Reddit, and I
And you
saw
looked.
all the list, and I was just
You were
scrolling
like,
through
let's.
all the
Which one
people.
would I be able to jerk off to?
What?
Which one can I jerk off to?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, she's hot. Where have I seen her before? And I was like, oh, right, iCarly, that show that I watched.
Oh,
with my cousin once.
you sad man.
I don't know if you want to go back to it, but Jian Ghomeshi just released 22 minutes ago this giant thing on Facebook.
What do you say?
Well, he went on. First, he says like a bunch of stuff, like I got lots of colleagues that I've been separated from. I was fired, and so on and so forth. But then he gets down to the good stuff, if you will. I've been fired from CBC because of the risk of my private sex life being made public, as a result of a campaign of false allegations pursued by a jilted ex-girlfriend and a freelance writer. As friends and family of mine, you are owed the truth. I have commenced legal proceedings against CBC. What's important to me is that you know what happened and why. So I've always been interested in a variety of activities in the bedroom, but I only participate in sexual practices that are mutually agreed upon, consensual. And
Oh, this is a rape charge.
well, yeah. About 2 years ago, I started seeing a woman in her late 20s. Our relationship was affectionate, casual, and passionate. We saw each other on and off over the period of a year and began engaging in adventurous forms of sex that included role play, dominance, and submission. We discussed our interests at length before engaging in rough.
Serious shit that went down.
Mm-hmm. We discussed our interests at length before engaging in rough sex, forms of BDSM. We talked about using safe words and regularly checked in with each other about our comfort levels. She encouraged our role play and was often the initiator. And we joked about our relations being like a mild form of 50 Shades of Grey, or a story from Lynn Kawadi's Giller Prize winning book last year.
All right, we get it. You're pretentious.
Yeah.
He does sound like a smoke prick, even when he's talking about smacking girls with his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a little bit more than smacking girls with cocks.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So no, keep going.
Okay,
it's not
so-
finished. Wait, just,
Okay.
Despite a strong connection between us, it became clear to me that our on and off dating was unlikely to grow in a larger relationship, and I ended things in the beginning of this year. She was upset by this and sent messages indicating her disappointment that I would not commit to more, and her anger that I was seeing others. After this, in the early spring, there began a campaign of harassment, vengeance, demonization against me that would lead to months of anxiety. It came to light that a woman had begun anonymously reaching out to people that I had dated via Facebook to tell them she had been a victim of abusive relations with me. In other words, someone was reframing what had been going on in an ongoing consensual relationship as something nefarious. I learned through one of my friends who got in contact with this person that someone had rifled through my phone on one occasion and taken down the names of any woman I had seen to have or seemed to have been dating in recent years. This person had begun methodically contacting them to try and build a story against me. Increasingly, female friends and ex-girlfriends of mine told me about these attempts to smear me. Someone also began colluding with a freelance writer who was known not to be a fan of mine, and together they set out to try and find corroborators to build a case to defame me. It goes on forever.
what do you guys think? I mean, there's nothing really.
He doesn't sound as guilty as you think, but
Why would they fire him?
well,
Like even listening to that, I'd be like, okay, well, let's see
this
what
is
happens.
Canada. First of all, don't forget we're in Canada.
Yeah, but still, I would wait and go. Because he does an adult show. He doesn't do a children's show. I would say it's not like
I would wait. I'm with you.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying is why did CBC just?
Because that's such a Canadian thing. Because Canadians are pussies in
I don't
the
care.
industry.
I get what you're saying, but when you have a contract with someone, you're dealing with like a fucking lawsuit.
You're still dealing with Canadians.
Yeah, but you take time to go. You don't do it in. 3
You're
days.
talking as a.
You don't do it in 3 days. You talk about Canadians. You don't care about Canadians or anything. We're talking about law. Law doesn't mean shit.
I don't think it is Canada, like the CBC being conservative pussies. I think they fucking have something.
Yeah,
I think it's more than that.
I think it's more than
You
that.
think
There's no way.
You think that's a good spin on that he's doing right now? Then
That's a spin.
I didn't rape these girls. I didn't rape.
Do you think there's?
Shit saying I touched some girls.
It sounds like
He's
he
making-
might be like hitting. There might be allegations of hitting and abuse and shit like that.
But he's making it sound like it's.
And yeah,
Is he making it sound like it's coming from one girl?
yeah.
No, he's making it sound like this girl is blowing it out of proportion.
He's making it sound there's a campaign against him.
I know about that, but it sounds like from the beginning, it sounds like the main, say, charge is coming from an ex-girlfriend.
No, he's saying it's like more than one girl.
There is more than one girl.
That's what he's saying. They started this campaign trying to get other people to.
His ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, whoever he was dating at the beginning of the year.
I think he just knows where the balls are going to bounce, and
Yeah.
he's just trying to frame them in. Like,
Yeah, I just can't see a corporation, especially if they were conservative, they'd be like, okay, take some time off and let's see what happens, and then fire him.
So you think this is bigger?
We would know about the story before. Like, look at the NFL when that dude beat the woman. They didn't walk away from it right away. They waited until it became the point where they're like, there's no way.
The guy, yeah.
There's no way a corporation's gonna.
That's also bigger business.
Yeah, but there's no way a corporation would. He has a contract. There's no way a corporation's going. Fuck his contract. We're walking away.
Yeah, because they have something fucking legitimate.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And he has a clause in his contract probably where they can walk away because of something like this.
Once they got that perfect information.
if I'm putting myself in the woman's shoes, I'm thinking if I do have an allegation of some kind, but that shit's not going to stick really easily. So the fact that she's doing it and going forward with it, I personally wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would feel like no one's going to believe me. Everybody loves this fucking guy.
Yeah.
If I say anything about him, it's going to be,
Sorry.
That was basically my point.
He could be. It could be true what he's saying. I don't know. But my thing is a CBC thing. I just can't see them firing. But I could be wrong. I can't see them firing.
There's no law. There's no wrong in the CBC just waiting and saying, because why didn't you fire him before we knew if it's not out publicly yet, nothing's legitimately done yet. They should have just waited. It's like, oh, he's being charged with rape. Okay, we gotta let you go, or we gotta give you a leave of absence until we see where this is going. If you're really a rapist or not, or something.
It sounds like some serious shit. The BDSM and all that stuff. It sounds like some serious shit.
The fact that he came out with it, he's like, listen, I did some.
Yeah.
dominatrix thing. I did some BDSM.
Yeah, dominance play. So to me, there was some rough sex.
And he's like, and I always made sure, checked her comfort level, made sure she
Yeah.
was okay with it, on board with everything. He's like, you did some fucking
He did some weird,
He probably had like a dungeon, like a sex dungeon.
or he was rough with her. Period, and it wasn't as organized like he's making it sound.
He was probably rough with more than just her.
Yeah.
Definitely, if this girl is aiming to smear him, but if she's got enough people that are going along with it, and this fucking
Well,
journalist is
if there's other girls that go along with it, girls don't go along with things like that just cause.
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody does.
Hey, do you want to fuck this guy's life up? You know, it's like
Nobody does. I mean, if there are crazies,
and there are
there's not enough crazies in a row.
to agree.
it's different in his situation because he's a major, well, a pretty big prominent celebrity
Yeah.
and has money, and some girls could exaggerate stories like, okay, yeah, I mean, he did tie me up and whip me and stuff, and I was okay with it, but I'm not okay with it anymore, and now I want to go after him for some money. That could be a possibility.
The reason why I think there's more to it is he addressed something, but he didn't deny it, which was that the woman was going through all his address book and his phone and contacted a bunch of people to smear him, but he didn't say that they didn't get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
That's the part that I think is going to open up.
They didn't say they didn't he didn't do this.
Well, like the woman like collected all that information, right? And went to each one of his girlfriends or people he'd seen.
Yeah.
But he didn't say that woman wasn't successful in finding somebody else in the address book. He
yeah.
left that open. So that makes me...
Still, he should just fucking lie through his teeth. He's got all the opportunities right now to do it.
I bet you there's
That's what
evidence.
he's doing.
Yeah, but he can still. He posted it on Facebook. What are they going to take him to court? Well, Gian, we
He's
saw
going
you.
after he's doing public opinion.
Yeah.
The thing too is like she went through his address book in his phone. How do you convince, like, if I went to your address book on your phone and I
Right.
started calling people up and going, hey, and started to convince them with a story, how do you convince people that you're close with about a story if that did happen?
That's my point. Like if there's, say you call 20 girls on the phone, like it's like, well, did he have rough sex with you? Yeah. Say yeah, he did. Well, do you want to? No, I'm into that. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like just a girl. I can't, like, if there's a even a scorned woman is gonna go, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to take him down for rape unless it really actually happened.
Yeah, you'd have to have a lot of sociopaths working together. in
Yeah,
a
there's no
conspiracy.
way. Like, you know, like you say, oh, that crazy chicks do crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Like, there's that saying, oh, all chicks are crazy. That's it. There's that to an extent because women are just different than dudes in a way. But that's just generalizing. There's like when there's real crazy that does crazy shit like that. There's not enough of them.
Yeah.
There's no way he could find that many girls in a row.
No, I agree. Like I've had like crazy ex-girlfriends and stuff like that, and they'll be crazy. But there's like the one that would like call the cops on you, and then there's just general crazy. Like they flip out on you all the time, but they would never call the cops on you.
Yeah.
My WIllie, like, I'm not convicting him because of course there's no evidence or anything. We don't even know what the charge or if there is charge or whatever it is. Is also it's so easy to hang a dude for this kind of stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm always like, because they can't all be factual. They can't all, like, the Kobe Bryants, all this stuff. They can't all, they might be. I guess I have to believe they are, but they can't. Like when they did Adam Richman recently, that comic.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, fuck you, fuck you, an
fuck
asshole.
you.
And then he got off. The charges were dropped. The woman turned out to be a liar.
Is that a fact that she was just a liar? Or
Yeah, she was a liar. She couldn't. The story wasn't the same, and she was just. It changed a million times, and other people were like, "Yeah, she's done this before."
Okay.
So they might have like went back to his hotel room, but
They were together.
the charges
for
were
something.
dropped. The charges were dropped in court. I have to go. No, he didn't do it. Right? Like
Right.
that's. But people were so willing to hang this
But
guy.
because people like, there's a like.
They just hate him.
Yeah, well, I was talking to a couple comic friends of mine that talked to him in L.A.
Yeah.
And they were all like, basically the thing he said the most was like, I didn't know so many people hated me.
Yeah, and I always like. For me, I feel sorry for Jian, not because of this, because of he has to go through this as a public figure. That's why I feel sorry for anyone in that situation. I don't.
Saying you feel sorry for him. 'Cause
No,
you
I
know
don't.
what the fuck's about to come out.
Dude, I don't feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for like, oh, you got to do this in this situation, and that's what I mean. Is like you got to do it like this. I don't feel sorry for him.
Yeah, CBC's doing a fucking play-by-play with Twitter too. So
Right.
it's very public.
I don't feel sorry for him. Like for whatever happens to him, whatever he did, I just feel sorry. Oh, this is how you have to do it, man.
It's a shit way to
Yeah, that's a shit way to do it. I don't envy anyone for that. And that's why, like, with Adam Richard, everyone was on his fucking Facebook calling him an asshole. Comics.
Calling
That,
him
you know,
a rapist. Calling him
rapist. And like,
Or like,
just
I
went
knew it.
after this guy. And I'm like, before anyone says anything, they need to shut the fuck up.
I did not join into that witch hunt.
No, neither did I.
I didn't say one thing. I'm not getting
Nothing to do with it. Yeah, and my wife was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "You can't. We
I'm
don't
like,
know anything."
Yeah, I'm like fucking. We're so far away from what the truth is,
Yeah.
whether it is true or not.
Yeah.
That he did it, we don't know enough. So I didn't want to. I'm not
don't
accusing
say
anybody.
shit.
Like,
That could be what's happening to Jian right now, though. It
Yeah,
could
that's what
be
I'm
a
saying.
witch hunt, but
If it's more than one woman though, like if it's like 4 or 5 women, that's when it's like okay,
yeah,
there's something to
CBC
this.
dropped him very quickly. So
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's what I'm like. But like, yeah, with the Adam Richmond thing, comics were just like, and guys were like, dude, aren't you a comic? Like, aren't you the guys that are supposed to think against the grain, or at least think?
or just be open minded to
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
like,
be
or
open-minded.
just wait. Like,
read,
to me, like
read through the bullshit.
just because everybody knows Adam Richmond is like they think of him a bit of a douchebag of one way
He's
or
an
another.
idiot, but
Yeah,
yeah.
But like, well, he's probably
He's not a
the
bad
same,
person.
He's not a bad
He's just
person,
an
but you
idiot.
could see to say maybe like, oh, he's a little self-centered. But most comedians are.
Yeah, he's just a comic.
Yeah,
That's
but
all
so
he is.
I'm like,
that's his crime.
He's
a
never
comic.
he's never said, like, you know what I mean. I wouldn't say I'm buddies with him,
No.
but I would say I know the guy.
He's always
never
been cool to me.
Yeah, he's never been rude to me.
He's always been cool with me. No.
But like, for me, I'm like, I still don't know enough about it. Like the end result that
He got off.
He got off, but I still don't know enough about it to have an opinion either way. But like to me, it's like I don't know. So what can I say?
Well,
I'm
no
not going to
one's-
accuse him for being a rapist if I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
That's a serious charge, dude. That like child molestation, you accuse someone, that's some serious shit.
What are we talking about that for? This with the
No, I'm just saying that if you say, oh, that guy's a child molester or that guy's a rapist, that's serious shit.
Yeah.
You mean some damage on somebody, right?
Yeah. And it's like at that point too, like I think a little bit. It's like, hey man, I'm not a judge. I'm not in the courts. I'm not close. It's not. That's something that needs to be dealt with.
Here's the joke. So they go after this guy that hasn't been charged with anything, right? Adam Richmond. I'm talking
Right.
about Adam Richmond. They went after him. Comics went after him. But we know guys who have been banned for clubs for this shit, and they won't say shit to those guys about it.
Right.
They won't say anything to those guys about it.
Right.
They keep their mouth shut.
Right. Because it looks like he's going down. It looks like it's safe to comment because
yeah.
he's probably never going to work
Well,
again.
most of it's jealousy and envy. Yeah, most of it's like I want to see this guy fall.
Yeah.
Not saying this is the same as Jian Ghomeshi.
Well, it's
I'm
like
not
the same
comparing the two.
concept when like there's certain people. I'm not naming names because I don't know names, but
Yeah.
but you always hear those stories of, like someone will leave Yuck Yucks and then they'll go on this Facebook rant about how shitty Yuck Yucks is.
Yeah.
But it's like you
You didn't do it in the
do it while you're working for them.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I'm with you on that. I think if you leave Yuck Yucks, do it quietly. Shut the fuck up. Do whatever you're doing.
Just go on with your life.
Go on with your life because it's like you chose show business. Like it's like you know what I mean. Like, oh yeah, we complain about how things are run, but like, come on, could you have more of a first world problem? Can you have like could you be more of a pussy? Oh yeah, the way they treat you in that thing, blah blah blah. It's like, oh fuck off. You made the choice. You didn't have to do it.
And you're chasing your dream, and that
Right.
that alone is pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
that's one of the few opportunities that we have here.
Well, I'm not defending Yucks either. I'm just saying it's like you're chasing your dream. Nobody else is chasing your dream. Just you.
I learned early on to not to get sucked into like that misery of like complaining of like how shitty my life is because it's someone else's problem. Basically, meaning Yucks. I like doing stand up. I actually like doing Yuck Yucks clubs. My only issue with Yuck Yucks at times is that I would like to work every weekend, but that's not the case. So some weekends I have off and some weekends I don't. But I just fucking. In the meantime, I still like telling jokes, so I'd rather just be happy about that. Tell some jokes, get laid once in a while, get fucked up. Life's all right. Doing jackhammer on Willie.
I thought it was Hulk Hogan.
Well,
you know, I don't like Yuck's policy. I don't like how they pay. I don't like how they work. But I don't work there.
Yeah, but when you left Yucks, I guess
I
you
left quietly.
Yeah, but you never said a word.
I just
say peep.
I left.
You
quietly.
didn't have a problem with them.
I don't have a problem.
No,
with
but
them.
yeah, you're like,
because it's just business.
Right.
It's just leaving a company.
Yeah.
I think if you have a problem with them, we all know what we're talking about.
What?
But yeah, if you're gonna come back and complain like after you left, there's no balls in that.
Well, it's happened.
Complain about it in their face, in their office, to the guy that's booking you.
Yeah, but like it's easily said that. Like, that's what I mean. I've seen it like 20 times now, where someone's just complaining.
And like I've seen it where guys are like treated amazingly by Yucks, way better than most people, and they go, "Fuck this place."
Yeah. But I remember one guy told me one time I used to do the spots more often in Toronto. A lot of times I get 2 a week. It's like, man, this one guy goes, yeah, every week you get like 2 a week. I call in, I get nothing. They don't even put me on. I'm like, dude, I do 2 a week free. You're talking about the free spots you're not getting. So what? I get free spots. I'm still not getting paid.
You can do free spots anywhere.
I know.
Like it doesn't have to
but
be
he's
Yucks.
thinking like I'm privileged. I'm privileged driving to Toronto and not making a dime.
I'll tell you what the problem is. A lot of guys at Yucks think this is the big time. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm not playing this stage, the rest of it's all bullshit.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's you or anyone. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that can't wrap their head around, like, you can do stand-up anytime you want. You can play, like how the guy was complaining about you getting free spots. Mm-hmm. You can go somewhere else and get a free spot.
Yeah, you can.
You can do it anywhere.
I'll tell you, the one thing that, like the things that we say that come out of our mouths on stage, depending on no matter what it was, I've never had, like Mark Breslin, I've been doing it for like over 10 years easily, right? He's never once come up to me and say, "Don't do that."
Yeah, well, Mark is cool with that. I mean,
he's never told me you should.
There's other people at Yacht that'll say some shit, but Mark is cool with that.
No, yeah, but no one's ever. There's no one that can really like. If anybody really got in my face and said you can't do this anymore, you can't do that, and like. And then Mark found out about it. He'd fucking lose.
Yeah, he'd be upset.
I've
witnessed where, like, my friend Mo was working a weekend in Niagara Falls, and they fired him on the Friday, and Mark was like, "No, fuck no, you got to hire him back. You can't fire him."
What's with the Niagara Falls? Yeah, I always hear shit about
this is a different one than that one.
Yeah,
but the one
the casino one's a little bit of it.
Well, yeah, and the complaint was. Can I say the complaint? I'm not saying the person. Of Yuck.
Okay.
They said that they didn't back them in the situation, and that they called them and said, "Well, the casino's more important to me than a comic. I make money off a casino," which, duh. Like, I don't know. Am I cold to think that a business that runs a comedy club and is like Walmart wants the club to make money before the comic? Is that an idiotic idea? Like, that's show business. Yeah, because Yucks isn't my parents. Yeah. They don't have to take care of me. Do you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like,
right.
Is it cold for me to say the reason Yucks treats its comics like shit is because the comics let them treat them like shit. Right. And I think if I was in Yucks' position, I'd probably do the same fucking thing. If I had comics who were dying to work with me, and I could pay them what I tell them to pay them, and I can work them when I want, and like fucking tell you can't work anywhere else, and they do it, that's easy money, man. To the idea that they have to care about us for this bullshit karma thing, I'm not saying it's bullshit, but the idea that they should care about us as individuals is like you're taking responsibility off yourself when you're putting it on Yucks. And we see how Yucks runs its business. Like, it's not even a knock to Yucks, but how do you give them the responsibility of yourself and say, well, they should be treating me better? You gotta be a fucking retard.
Yeah, well,
it's on them though, because their light's gonna burn out one day.
They're not.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with you.
Listen,
you're a comic. Mm-hmm. As a comic, you are whatchamacallit? You're a freelance worker. You're your own business.
Mm-hmm. But
And if you don't treat yourself like your own business and let them try to treat you the way, that's bullshit. You're an idiot.
They're not. If you're accepting it, they're not doing anything wrong.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Their responsibility isn't you.
Right.
Their responsibility is their clubs and making money.
Right.
So if someone heckles you and they fire you for the weekend because you blah 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 blah, it's bullshit. On a fucking like moral level, it's all bullshit. But if we're talking business, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking moron.
I feel like that. I agree that they don't have personal responsibility, but I feel like they have a responsibility to the industry, don't they?
Nobody has a responsibility to anybody.
No, I just mean the fabric of that environment.
That's the problem, right? Like they don't. It's going to affect them in the long run. Not having response, but they don't have to, and that's why you have to have a responsibility for yourself. And as soon as you start like acting like it's family and acting like they're your parents and they need to take care of you and they don't treat me well and blah 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 blah, blah, then you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
because no one cares about your dream except for you.
Yeah, I totally like when you're talking about like other comics are like, oh, that's place they don't do this for me, do that for me. I totally agree. Like those people, like. They're idiots. They're assholes.
Mark Maron talks about it all the time. Is like you got to realize show business isn't your parents.
Yeah, I just mean like, you'd always like think that this, like, I guess comedy in general like hit some sort of snowball effect and just take off and everybody gets paid better and whatever. But I don't see that happening if everybody doesn't sign on to it.
There's no community, especially in stand-up comedy. It's the most loneliest business to be in. Because when you start going on the road, you guys don't get it yet. When you start going on the road, you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You're not really hanging out with your friends anymore because they're all headliners. So you don't really work with them.
You're working opposite weekends.
Yeah, you see them when you're in the town working on material. So it's the way to survive this business is to take care of. Like you can't rely on anyone for anything. You can have friends, and you have friends got your back and everything. But you still can't put all your fucking eggs in that basket. And for people to be like, oh, they're sexist or they allowed this to happen, and it's like, yeah, man, that's shitty. And that probably might affect them in the long run, but sorry. That's life. Like, oh, they don't work me every weekend or they don't pay me what I deserve. And that's the thing is you listen to comments at Yuckies, they go, they don't pay me what I deserve. This is going to get people are going to be mad at me. They don't, not all of them. There's just certain ones, and they don't pay me what I deserve as a comic, and it's like, and their idea of deserve is whatever the payment levels that Yuck Yucks has set up for them. So like I'm 125 as a headliner. I deserve to be double A. You know what I mean? As opposed to I'm on the outside. I deserve this amount of money. I don't say I should be at this level of this. I worry about me. I don't. That's the other thing that UX plays a lot is, well, if we give you this, then this person is, and it's like, but they're not my brothers and sisters. Yeah. This is not my family. This is me as an individual going through this thing. Yeah. Like as soon as you start agreeing to this, oh well, that person over there might be offended, and that person's like, well, fuck that. I don't care if they're offended. This is not a fucking. This is not a communist situation. This is total capitalism. I take care of myself, my own business. That's the other thing I didn't like. But again, I didn't like it, and I left. I didn't like it. There's no reason to. There's no reason to get mad at them. The way I look at Yuck Yucks is they have a system that's worked for almost 40 years, and no one's changed it or complained about it. Good for them.
They're running their business.
Right.
They're running the business the way they want to run it.
They treat it like McDonald's, dude. They got the best way they do it is like, okay, so it's like you go to any McDonald's in the world, you order a Big Mac, it's the same fucking Big Mac. Yeah. They don't want your art, they don't want your individuality. They're looking for the same fucking comics they could stick into every fucking club. That's their business.
Yeah, and everyone goes into it knowing that.
No, they don't. Everyone goes into it thinking this is going to raise me up. Not everyone. A lot of people go into it thinking.
I just took a shit. No, I just had to poo.
We didn't have to talk about it.
You came back here with a whole.
I was that was awesome. I got some shit out of me. Sorry. Whew. Did I miss anything?
Not really. I was just saying how Yuck Yucks isn't your parents.
Yeah.
Or show business isn't your parents. It's not just Yuck Yucks.
This is the crazy thing. Like, I don't have I literally have zero complaints about them. Because in a sense of like, not zero, but I'm saying in a sense like I don't want to live a life where I'm this, fucking this and that, blah blah. I was out. I go out east like maybe twice a year if I'm lucky, like the St. John's and Halifax, yuck, and all the comics. This guy, I can't think of his name right now, but he lives in Halifax. He's like, he said to me like out of nowhere. We're just talking to me like, you're the only guy that doesn't complain. I'm like, what?
Dan?
No, not Dan. That's
No, not Dan.
that's St. John's.
Yeah.
You're talking about Adam.
Dan's Halifax.
Oh no, not Dan. Oh, that guy Dan. No. Sorry, not the doorman. No, it was this other guy. But he said to me, he said, "You're the only guy that never complains. Like all the other guys will complain about something. Like it's like usually about like the trying to find your place for the 4 days or whatever.
Don't take the job.
What?
Don't take the job.
That's what I'm saying. I just think of it as 12. Like, is it like 12? I guess 12 days or 10 days or whatever it is. It's like of just fucking fun, man.
But the guys that complain, this is my theory, and probably people be mad at me, are the ones that can't survive without it. That's the way I see it.
Can't survive without what?
Without being in that system. Having someone tell them when they go, how they go, how much they get paid, blah, blah. They complain because they feel they're not getting paid what they deserve.
I
they
think
don't
if
know
I
how
didn't
to deal without it.
I mean, I think if I didn't, I'm lucky enough that I'm seem to be getting more back on work than I used to for some reason. I think that helps. Like if I like was depending on the just comedy money, I'd be probably a little bit more miserable. Then I'm willing to do other things in the meantime. Keeps my brain calm. I've been just trying to convince myself how to be zen more often.
Well, it's just logical not to be mad at them.
Yeah, I just don't
It's
want.
just logical.
I just worry about my problems, not someone else.
They're not your problem. And like get mad at like when you show up and the mic stand is busted. To be an indie comic, you learn. I guess it's indie because we got a system here that doesn't exist anywhere else really. You learn to like roll with the punches. So like half of my tour out east, we didn't have a spotlight. We just dealt with it. We managed it. Yeah, and you put on fucking awesome shows. You put on great shows. Yeah, the sound system and thing. I got an encore at the end. You just learn to roll with it. You just become tougher. You don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like doing it that way not only give you thicker skin, better chops, but it would make you more a stronger comic and like more
Versatile.
I think once you like, I like to do the open mic still. I like to do any gig that's around that's easy to get to, but like it's like there might be 10 people in the audience. There might be 50 if you're lucky, but it's like they're not great shows. They're just shitty open mics in one way or another. Yeah. Once I think you stop doing those, you're fucked. Yeah. Once you're not willing to do them.
Yeah, and that's when you stop caring about the craft and more about your fame or your being more professional. So yeah, you still gotta fucking work out.
I like the idea of doing independent touring. For everything you said, also is like I like to decide when I'm gonna work. I like the idea of like being able to call someone up and put shit together.
I like being controlled. Being told what to do.
You should call up Jian Ghomeshi.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a harness or a leash or something.
I'm sure we're lucky with this dungeon.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of calling. Like I'm happy to get the gigs when I get them, but I like the idea of like I'm not opposed to it, but like the idea of calling say a bar and trying to get them to book me. It's like dude, like I don't like the idea of trying to. I barely feel like I can convince myself.
Dude, I was just like you, but I was just like at a point when I was in UX, I'm like, if I don't learn this, I'm fucked because I'm gonna be old. If I don't learn how to like fucking put myself into places, I'm fucked.
I don't think anybody's really old though.
Yeah, you get to a point where you're like, I don't want to be fucking Kenny or Donnie or where I'm like, I don't know how to do it because I'm used to that system, man. I just didn't want to be that. And the guys in the States are doing this like crazy.
Right.
The guys in LA are doing this. They're booking their own shit.
Right.
That was me. That was my thing. I always thought about that. I always saw like guys, the older guys who used to be the man in the day. They were the fucking kings. And then just like going in, trying to get work. And I'm like, I just can't. Can't do that, man.
It worked out great for you
Still, it's scary and tough, and I don't work as much as I'd like to. But I like then I'll go out on tour and I do my own fucking tour.
But you don't like that's the thing. Like everybody that jumps off the Yucks,
Yeah.
Well, I'll say the same thing. I don't work as much as I did with the Yucks, but like I can honestly say like you're probably working just as you forget like dude you weren't working every weekend.
Yeah. No, I wasn't.
Yeah. So it's like you think it seems like less, but is it really less?
No. But there's also like I would love to be able to jump into Yucks and play their rooms too. Like it's
to get that next
easier.
level. The ultimate goal would be in the States, to be in the States in general. But like in the meantime, I think someone like I can't thinking of a name. I think someone like maybe Jerry D. Could he do?
Yeah,
his own,
he could go back and forth.
Yeah, he could do his own tours. And he could do his own tours and he could do a weekend in Mississauga if he wanted.
He's built his own audience.
Yeah, but like the Yucks wouldn't go. No, you're doing your own tours. You can't. No. They'd be like, no, that's cool.
Jerry would be getting a door deal if he did it.
Yeah, that's fine. But my point being is he get to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I love the clubs. I love doing all the Yucks. I love the clubs. I love any club.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I did Absolute Comedy,
you'd have a great time.
I'm sure I'd love it.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd love it. I love clubs, man.
I love clubs too. I hate the politics in some clubs. I hate when club owners are telling me what I can and cannot do as a comedian. Yucks didn't do that, but like
that's what I'm saying.
Like, I can't deal with that.
Say what? Yeah, that's what I mean. Say what you want to say, but like when it comes to artistic integrity or like if
it's
someone
not even integrity, it's like let me do what I do well.
But Mark will just say, Mark would be like, are they laughing? Okay,
that's what matters.
Yeah, are they laughing? What's the problem?
Yeah, that's what matters. Just let me do what I do.
He's a tough little fucking dude in a way. Like he's got a big mouth and I don't mean like in a negative way, but. For like he'll voice his opinion in an aggressive way for a guy that's not physically.
I've always liked Mark.
I've always liked Mark, but he's not afraid to just fucking get in your face about anything, no matter who it is. I'm not saying about comics. I'm talking about general public people. He'll be like, "You listen to me, you fucking ass." You know, like you don't tell me what the fuck. I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit. It just throws me off a little.
Was Tia Carrera really at the Hamilton Yucks?
Yeah, she was there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The one fucking night I don't go to Yucks, Chicken Wayne's World, Abraham Lincoln's there.
Abraham Lincoln. I know. That's why I laughed. Easy.
Also, I was gonna say, I've always mean to ask this, but is there like a comedy scene outside of like English-speaking countries? Yeah. Like in Japan, Japanese. Yeah.
Yeah, there's comedy scenes everywhere now.
It's crazy.
Adam Beach, he was also in the audience with her. You know, he's a famous actor.
Okay, yeah. That's what you're asking about, Adam Beach.
Adam Beach. I talked to him afterwards. He was super nice.
Yeah. He's in that movie Wind Talkers.
But when we found out through someone else that she was in the audience, we started playing like different like we played her songs, but we played like what was that something Raider? What was that TV show she was on? Tomb Raider or something? Fucking
no.
What is it?
Relic Hunter.
Relic Hunter. Sorry, Relic Hunter. Whatever.
Yeah.
We played the theme song from Relic Hunter between comics.
Yeah.
So she was like, "Oh, these guys." We were looking at her because the audience didn't know.
Where was she sitting?
Like a little left to of the stage. Like if you look at
that's weird that she sat near in the front.
No, not front. Like off to the side of the front.
Oh, so like with everyone around like a peninsula, how they usually sit.
Yeah, like that. She wasn't there, and she was not looking for attention. She was cool. She took it.
Most of those fucking people in that audience. Why do they sit like that? Why do they?
People are always afraid of the front.
Yeah, but like they sit like this.
Because no one seats them.
Dude, if I were not a comic or any other comedy club goer, I would. Even if I was going to Yucks every weekend, I wouldn't sit in the front. I would go to the side.
Yeah, but if you're doing stand up, you would never go.
No, I'm saying even if I wasn't, and when I first started going to see comedy shows, I wouldn't sit in the front. I would go
on the ring.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stay away from the middle.
Yeah, I got seated once at the Toronto Yucks in like the second row, and one chick would not stop fucking just going at me. She kept calling me a fat virgin and shit like that.
Who is she?
I forget her name now.
What'd she look like?
I've seen her around a couple times.
What'd she look like?
I want to say it was Sabrina. I want to say it was Arena. Almost positive.
And she called you a fat virgin?
Yeah, a couple times.
Oh.
And then it was like, the Humber night, and they made me sit there. It's like, dude, I don't want to sit in the front. The guy's like, hey, we got no seats left. You got to sit there. I was like, fuck. And then I went up like 3 after her, and I was like, so embarrassing.
I'm a fat virgin.
I'm a fat virgin. It was like my 5th set ever.
Oh.
Yeah. She didn't even say anything to me afterwards. She just like, yeah, I called you.
I did a show. I was at a show one time. I was like not even a year in.
Yeah.
I just want Jay was on the show, and Tom Stade was the headliner. Jay Rouse was the middle, and I couldn't even get a guest spot. I was Kitchener. They wouldn't let me in the fucking club because it was packed. It was sold out.
Really?
The owner was like, I'm like a comic. I'm a do stand up.
Yeah.
I'm with these guys. Like, and the guy was being a prick at the time.
Yeah.
I can't even remember who it was.
Tyler?
It could have been it could have been Tyler, but he didn't know who I was. We weren't friends or nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, nope, can't get in.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, just, I was like, give me a fucking break. I drove the fucking middle here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to. So I just bitched into Tom Stade, and he's like, oh, Jay, just come in. When they announce my name, just come in with me. I'm like, okay, and I'll watch the show. He goes, no, you're coming in with me. You're going to go on stage with me. I'm like, what? He's like, you're going to go on stage with me. I'm like, then what? Just watch the show from the stage. I'm like, I can't do that. The Yucks will get mad at me. I'm going. So awkward. And like, yeah. So he's like, it's like, you're not coming with me unless you come on stage with me. And I'm like,
He was fucking with you.
no. So I went in and we walked to the front and I got on stage and I sat on the stool for 45 minutes. For 45 minutes, he did not address it once. He looked at me every once in a while and goes, was that funny? I'm like, yeah.
That's
I go,
perfect,
that was
yeah.
hilarious. And the audience started laughing at that a bit.
Yeah.
And then about at the 40-minute mark, maybe, he killed. He fucking destroyed. He didn't acknowledge me at all, why I was there. Why is this guy just sitting on the stool saying nothing?
Yeah.
I was literally just comfortably watching the show for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Talk show side.
Yeah, like Andy
Kid
Richter,
person.
but didn't say anything. But then, but he goes, okay. He looks at me. You want to tell some jokes? I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I do like 3 or 4 minutes of my material at the time,
yeah.
and I'm killing. And there was a big laugh, and then he grabbed the fucking mic from my hand. He goes, okay, that's enough. That's it. That's good enough. He throws the mic down and goes, we're done. And he grabs my hands like we just won a fucking boxing match.
Yeah.
And we get off the stage together like that. It was like one of the probably coolest moments of my life in stand-up to this day. Like this, because I always look at Tom. I look at Tom Stade such a high regard because from the beginning he's got that like just a rock and roll kind of fucking mentality of like, who gives a shit? Just do what you want to. Just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Well, no matter what the situation is, or figure it out. Just go.
Yeah.
To his day, he's huge in England. He's getting huge, anyways.
That's pretty cool. Just awkwardly sitting off on the side.
I remember he told me like you always just remember these little moments of something someone says, and it's like he says, because he actually reminds me of like Jim Morrison in a way, in a weird, just that rock and roll vibe. And he goes, 50 years. I'm like, what? He goes, 50 years. If people remember after you die, if people remember you for at least 50 years. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty good. I'm like, I thought that was like, I'm like, that's a weird thing to say, but I thought it was so fucking deep in a way. Like if people remember, people from 50 years from the time you die, if someone still saying Tom Stade is such a fucking funny comic.
Yeah.
Like other people, like you've done some kind of dent.
Yeah.
In the universe.
Did he let you?
Someone was talking 5 years after I died. Oh yeah, that is the guy. He should have.
He probably doesn't even remember saying that. That's a funny part.
Did he let you finish your set, or he just kicked you off stage?
No, I probably
left
he knew I got a big pop,
Yeah.
and we were at the about 45-minute mark probably at that point. He just grabbed the mic and threw it on the ground. Yeah.
The mic drop.
Yeah, no, threw it on the ground. He threw it on the ground and we walked off. He did a show in Niagara Falls once, and he brought his dog with him at the time. It was he had his German Shepherd dog that was in the back. He showed up, I think, drunk with his dog. The dog just sat he was a calm dog. Dog sat in the back of the room, and halfway through the set, I guess the dog wanted to be near Tom, So the dog walked through the audience and walked on stage and sat down. He didn't see it, and then like the audience is like, "What the fuck?" And he like, "What?" And Tom's like, "What's the commotion? Whatever it is?" And he looks back, he sees his dog. He just goes, "No, it's my dog. It's fine." That's all he says.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he finishes the show with his dog just like sitting like on its belly and got his head on his arms and he just wanted, dogs. He just wanted to be near his fucking owner.
Yeah.
I love that he didn't address.
That's what I mean. Same thing. I was the dog. I was
You were the dog.
No. They didn't address the fact that a dog in a comedy club.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's my dog.
It's my dog.
Yeah.
And everybody laughed, and it's like
Yeah.
fucking, they loved it 10 times more for the fact that, like, who brings their dog to fucking work?
Yeah.
Imagine going, just having a dog, like you're a doctor at the hospital, and
Yeah.
everywhere you go, your dog's just.
People bring their dogs to work.
What's
There's
that?
places where people bring their dogs.
Places, but like it's obviously not common.
Yeah, it is. There's there's places where it's
When
really
there's
common.
like something going on at home where she'll freak out, but most of the time no.
There's places where
Yeah,
it's,
Lindsay
yeah.
does.
Okay, Gavin. All right.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like,
Yeah, you're
welcome
right.
to 2014. That's all I meant.
I don't want to deal with Macho Man.
I know.
Oh yeah. I want to talk about something. Can I bring it up? Yeah. So I thought I guess you could say I'm dating a girl. I don't know how far it's going.
This conversation is going to end that, I
Taking her
think.
to fuck town.
She's going to listen to this podcast and be like, yeah, we're not dating anymore.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Izzy asked if you're taking her to fuck town.
And that, yeah.
I'm dating this girl.
Taking her to fuck town.
Yes or no?
Is she the one with the bandana?
No.
Is she Hulk
No.
Hogan? Brother,
Yeah.
get down there and eat this pussy, brother. Mega powers, as she call it. Or the vagina, the mega powers. That's not her.
I know. I like her. Well, I guess it's easy to say I like her a lot, or
You're dating her.
Are you in love yet?
I would say I love her. I could honestly say that.
Really? Dude, don't say that on the spot.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god.
Why can't I love someone? Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
that's a shame. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Because I love someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why am I not allowed to have love, Gavin?
You try to deny yourself love.
What?
You try to deny yourself love. Now you
I do try to. I deny it from the idea of like whether it's. I don't want to be in love with someone that's not good for me.
Can you love the water into my glass? Thank you. You said this on the podcast, dude.
What does it matter though? I don't get it. Why is it?
Nick is that girl's gonna be like, what the fuck?
I tell her all the time.
Oh really? What did she say?
She goes, "Oh, thank you."
Oh.
you love her and she said thank you.
She won't
Thank
tell
you.
it back.
Well, yeah, probably. How long have you guys been seeing each other?
Maybe a week.
A week. I almost
No.
said a week. I almost said 2 weeks as a joke.
No, I mean, I see her like maybe a month or so, maybe two, but like it's been like when I do see her, it's like once a week or something like that. It's starting to become more than I guess in the
That's
last
good
little while.
though.
But yeah, she's yeah, she's great. I could go on.
So is that all you wanted to say?
No.
You wanted to say that you're in love?
He's trying to say, ladies, stay away. This dick is closed.
Yeah, because the lineups and
The Dick
I don't-
Amusement Park.
Trade has
is ended.
Dick Amusement Park is closed.
So I'm at that point though that it's like like when you start to like someone more, you start your jealousy. You have that jealousy issues.
Are you having jealousy? Of
I'm
who?
not that. No, I'm not jealous. But like you have I'm just old enough now. Where it's like I'm not so much jealous, but I have moments. Right? 'Cause, yeah, you care about someone. This is the way it is. There's guys who are just fucking losers and territorial idiots that try to control fucking situations instead of just fucking
Bitches.
relaxing. But this is what I wanted to talk about because I said something to her and she's very fucking funny and witty and smart. But she said something back to me that just fucking it just almost blew my mind. I'm like, fucking yeah, you know what I mean? Those moments. So she was telling me like she was something about working somewhere with her mom and that some guy that her mom knows like was excited that she was working there because I guess she's like probably heard she's hot or something. It's like it's like so it's like some guy I don't even know like apparently likes me. She's just telling me like That's I think another thing I like. She just I don't think there's. I feel like she's not holding any secrets from me, anyways. But so I just had that moment. I'm like, I go, do I have to worry about this? So am I gonna have to worry about this guy hitting on you all the time? I said something like that, just in a jealous, not like a dick way. I just said that, right? And she goes, yeah, because every guy that likes me, I have sex with. Meaning, like, what are you, fucking idiot? Like, of course, you think that just because a guy likes me, I have sex with him. I still choose who I want to be and who I will not want to be with.
Yeah.
And I just because I realize I look at it the situation as like, oh yeah, I'm looking at it like a guy because every girl that wants to have sex with me, I have sex with. That's where I just had that moment, like, oh my God, that's right.
There's another element to that too. If your self-value is low and she's having sex with you, you would say that's her bar. But maybe it's you not looking at yourself the way that she looks at you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe I don't realize that she thinks of me more than I.
Exactly. So like.
Say it. No, I'm not gonna say it.
What?
You have to say it.
What were you gonna say, Gavin? Something mean?
No, it was just teasing you.
Oh.
You can't tease it. It's not.
No, I'm not. That's why I don't want to say it anymore.
Well, say it.
I was gonna say, well, maybe she's fucking dudes. But I didn't
Or maybe she's fucking dudes, right?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe we should handle it like.
I told you like last week, didn't I? When you caught your bed.
Oh, that's right. Why would I feel bad about saying that when you say that to Pat all the time?
Pat deserves it. I'm nice to you. I'm nice to you,
Why is
Gavin.
it a
I
big-
brought you a fucking ladder.
You're not nice to me.
Am I not?
You
nice
brought
to
a
you?
ladder, yes, but
Who else?
Wait a second. You bring a ladder so you can be mean. You do those kind of things so you can talk to me and call me an asshole and tell my wife to treat me like a dick and
Listen, I'm bringing
that's
this
what
live,
you,
but I'm going to call you a
yeah. And that's what it's all. It's a trade-off.
It's crazy.
So you're saying we're even Steven? Is that what you're
No,
saying? Like,
I'm saying I can't say anything. I can't be like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
But I can say, but what you said to Pat, I shouldn't feel bad. But the reason why I felt bad because this is new for you.
love?
No, this relationship's new, and I didn't want to say anything. Be like,
Dude, it's all good.
I know.
It's all good. You know that.
I know. But still, see, that's what it becomes.
Yeah, if you catch her with a guy, she'll be like, dude, a week ago I told you, any guy who says anything nice to me, I fucking sleep with.
I fucked them.
I told you that. I wasn't joking.
She seems like a nice.
That was being funny.
You idiot.
That
you
was
idiot.
sarcasm.
Yeah.
I lost that emotion a long time ago. Everything's literal. But she seems like a nice person.
But it does make sense, doesn't it? Like in a way, like joking aside, either way you want, like let's go joke the other way. Then like it does make sense. Like girls are still.
It's okay. Do you want my honest opinion on it?
Yeah.
It's a lesson you should have learned a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because basically what she's saying to you is, I'm not just a vagina.
Exactly. I had that moment where I realized I'm
It's
a
not
fucking.
even that. It's just like treat me like a human being.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I had that moment. I realized I'm a fucking idiot.
Keep her away from Jian.
Oh, you just realized that.
Yeah.
Well,
you and all.
I haven't
just
tried.
real-
I haven't. Well, it's been, how long you've known me? How long?
You're not an idiot. You're like a Neanderthal.
Yeah.
You and Pat and Izzy.
Whoa, wait, what? How many?
Oh yeah, you're a Neanderthal.
Why am I a Neanderthal?
You're base guys.
Oh, you're calling me a basic bitch.
No, I'm not a basic bitch. Basic bitch is it's simple. You guys are like, I smell pussy. Let's go there. That's who you are. You smell pussy and you. Go
I don't
there.
want to say smell.
Well, you're like, I sense
no.
it around us. When you go to a bar, what do you go for? Alcohol or vagina?
Both.
But what do you? Okay,
Me?
well, you have two things.
I have more than two.
Yeah, you have two lizard brains going. What do you go for? If you're at a bar and there was like no hot women in that bar and there's no reason to go there, would you go to another one?
Depending on who I was with.
Okay, but
Like if I was with you.
yeah,
if
you
I was
hang
with
out.
you
Yes,
and and we were like gonna have like a conversation.
but that's why you're not a complete like you're not like well he's fine too. Like you can talk. You guys are fine with that, but
I'd rather if there's like the music's not too loud and I can have a pint and we can just shoot the shit for an hour.
that's a bad example. Here's the example: when a girl walks by, you shut off.
I do.
Yeah, you shut off. That's what I'm saying.
Pretty girl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I can't even count how many times I've talked to the side of your head because a girl walked by. Jian.
So yeah.
That's what I mean.
Right. So I don't even know what the point is.
I forgot my point too.
No, you were saying how
She reminded me that I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah,
Like, this is what I'm trying to say.
That's what I meant.
I'm like, I'm almost grateful that like instead of being offended, she just mocked me and I shook my head a little bit.
I don't think there's anything wrong with looking at a woman and go, "Oh, she's fucking hot," or "I want to fuck her." I think it's just you can't be like, "Oh, they're just there to fuck." That's you can't have that attitude or that idea that they're just, "Oh, of course, dude's gonna come, you're gonna fuck him."
So then
there's no reason to be jealous.
The other thing I realized, what I want to do, what I've decided kind of like yesterday or today, even I don't know what's gonna happen in the big picture of anything, but I like her, right? So what?
Yeah,
I'd
they're
marry
gonna
her.
adopt you.
yeah, are you gonna adopt me?
Yeah, and you're all gonna live in your shitty bathroom.
Hey, my bathroom's got a Hot Wheels set now.
Whatever.
It's a great bathroom.
Yes, because you have to entertain yourself while you're taking your dumps.
So I like her enough that I realize that I'm going to do something like I'm going basically and it's not because I want to do the right thing. It's also because I'm a pussy. Mm-hmm. It's also that because I'm going to not pursue or try to fuck anybody else.
What the fuck?
Have you guys agreed upon this?
Well, so yeah, there's no. Well, it's not that we agreed on it. It's just something that I know she doesn't. I know that she wouldn't like it, right? So I like her enough that I don't like the idea of her being upset, and I don't want to. I kind of be like, it was like, if you do something you promise, you tell me, right?
Yeah.
That discussion, and I'm like, so I don't have the balls. See the thing, I don't have the balls to tell a girl that I cheated on her.
So it's easier not to do it.
So my point is, I'm not going to cheat on her, so I don't have to fucking deal with that moment.
You know the work involved with cheating is fucking insane.
Oh fuck.
That's just too much fucking work.
I'm talking. It's not that hard. It's not that hard when
It's
there's
not though.
No, it's not hard.
not.
It's not hard if it's a one night stand. It's on the road.
Okay, first of all, the guilt. That's the worst part. That's the hardest part. And then it's like Facebook and shit. It just makes it like.
I was gonna say it too.
That's
Yeah,
the
it wouldn't be hard for a girl to fucking fuck your shit up even if you try to keep it quiet.
It's just too much.
Yeah, you're right.
Social media has actually made people more honest in that way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
a huge effect.
It's just like this is too much work.
So
man.
anyways, this is kind of where I'm trying to go with this. It's not that I'm trying to be like, what the I'm a good guy. No, it's not that. It's not my point at all. So I've decided I don't as for now until where it goes, until I know what it is 100%. If a month from now she's like, oh, I don't want to see you anymore, or she's like whatever, then fine. Then I will just go back.
Or you say I don't want to see you.
Or I'm fine. Or I go back to my regular life, whatever it is.
Do you want to try and experiment?
I'm just going to try for now, just to be safe. I'm not going to have sex with anybody else.
Does she listen to this podcast?
She's listened to some of them.
Okay.
The ones I've told her to listen to.
Probably to check in now and then to see if she gets brought up. You ever think about that? Smarty pants?
What does it matter if I'm not having sex with anybody? What do you mean?
You just said that you loved her and you're going to marry her.
I don't care. That's what I mean. I don't give a fuck in the sense I've told her, I'm like, I love you and I would marry you. And I'm like,
what the fuck are you saying?
so if she wants to take that and go,
I love
can't,
you and I would marry you?
I've done that. I already said that.
Holy shit, dude. Is that just a Greek thing?
No.
I think it's just a Manolis.
No, because the last relationship I was in before her, I didn't tell her once that I loved her.
And you didn't say I want to marry. Okay,
Never once.
Here's the thing. I'll give you, I love you. I'll give you that. That's fine. It's the I'll marry you. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but it could
Who
also
is this
just
person?
It could also just be taken as Manolis being cute and charming.
He's not being cute and charming. Yeah, he is. That's a serious face. He's not fucking around with that shit. If she was like, wait a second. If it came down to it, she said, I love you too, and then you show up with a ring and she said yes, I'd have to get a suit, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
I'd
He's not
marry her.
fucking around with that shit. The love thing I can go with.
I'm just not afraid of it.
Until I get a job because I don't have enough to get you a present.
I'm just not afraid of. I'm not afraid of the idea of spooking her. If she got spooked and like, oh, I can't deal with this. I'm like, okay. I don't. On that note, I don't care either. You want bail? Good. But
I can deal with like you saying you love her. That's fine. You saying you want to marry her is out of character. That's why I know it's not bullshit.
It's not that I'm saying I want to marry you. It's like I would marry. Like it came up. I'm like, I'd marry you.
That's not out of bullshit.
I'd marry you. I'd marry you right now. I'd marry you tomorrow.
You got to be careful with that, man.
I don't because what's the worst thing that could happen?
You end up with someone that you're not compatible with.
What do you mean?
You only been with her for a week.
Do you think we're gonna get married?
You
in a
said
month?
tomorrow.
Yeah, I would. You think she's the smart one? She's not gonna. If we get married, she's gonna make sure it doesn't happen until like a year.
What? Let's fuck this shit up.
She's not.
But you said tomorrow. Did he not say tomorrow?
Yes.
You said tomorrow.
Yes, I would, and I would. If she said yes, I would still do it.
No, man, you got to roll into that slow.
Didn't Pat
You
get
think?
married?
Listen, there's.
Yeah. Pat didn't waste time with it at all.
Yeah.
But Pat's just like his whole life is an
Old as
experiment.
fuck, dude. It's different. It's different.
I know. I'm not saying you're in Pat's situation. I'm just saying you said tomorrow.
Yeah, I would tomorrow.
And
Yeah, I
what
would.
if she's like one day tonight, Sunday night, something happens, like she fucking her car's. I won't throw her into this situation, but somehow where she realizes, you know what, this is the dude for me.
Right.
And tomorrow she's like, you said you would get married with me tomorrow. Let's do it. Let's go down to the Justice of the Peace. You need to stop this. I go down to Justice
You're
of the Peace.
ridiculous.
I know. I'm saying what you're saying. Let's go to the Justice of Peace. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And you would? So
What?
she would be Mrs. Zontanos.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You've been brainwashed, dude.
By what? The government?
I don't know what it is. Someone brainwashed you. It's not the same person I know.
You go all in.
With her, I would.
Yeah.
But you don't understand, because I'm not scared. I'm not scared of spooking her. It is kind of like, well,
You're spooking me.
It's joke. There's a joke. It's jokey in a way, obviously.
Yeah, but you.
But she knows that. She also,
do it.
dude. She also knows that I'm serious. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't get the worst. I'm not. You know, when you're younger, you're like the biggest thing you were always scared of.
You're hiding shit because you're terrified of. Oh, you feel a certain way about someone, but you don't want to be too honest with them because
I get
like,
that
what
too.
the fuck?
No, I get that too. But your biggest fear when you're like, say, especially in your 20s, is like, for me, it was like the idea if I was with someone, I was afraid of the idea of losing them. You don't like the idea of anybody that you love leaving you.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of that. I honestly am not afraid of like losing someone. Like if a week from now she just like, I can't do this and I can't see you anymore. I literally. Because that's happened to me, and I'm just like, okay. Because I don't want to chase something. I don't want to be with someone that doesn't want to be with me, anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't care. If it spooks her, good. Then go. If she doesn't spook her, stay. You know, whether she comes, stays, lays, or prays, whatever happened, your toes are still tapping. I'm gonna keep dancing
tomorrow.
I'm gonna keep dancing, man. No matter what happens.
You just don't have to say marriage.
What?
You have to say
Why not?
marriage.
You're fucking married.
Yeah, but that took a long time to get to that point.
Yeah, you should go talk to his fucking argue with.
That had nothing to do with I'm worried about chasing her off either.
I'm just in a different place in my life, man. Where
I'm not judging you. I'm just like it came out of nowhere.
Manolis, before you make any rash decisions,
That's not what this is about.
yeah.
That's my point. I'm not. The marriage thing is just that's a one-off.
You don't throw that out like that.
I did, Gavin. Let's let it go.
You don't put it on a podcast and say, "Hey, tomorrow I'll do it." Someone will take you up on that shit, man.
Good.
next week I'll
Good.
All right.
Good.
Don't get
Good.
mad.
You think she's gonna get married to the guy that's got no money and lives with his parents?
You never know. But people do stupid things with love.
Yeah,
They
so,
do.
like, episode 95, we're talking about like, settlement payments. And
Seriously,
shit like
remember Manolis' wedding? How great that was.
Yeah, next week he won't be here. I'll be on his honeymoon.
Look, I'm not against you getting married. That's not the point. I'm just saying.
Okay, can we move on?
Yes, let's move on.
Jesus fuck.
You're the one that brought this up.
No,
Yeah.
I have a point. I want to still talk about this. You guys won't let me get to my point, but you guys went, hey, fucking marriage.
Dude, you
It's a
dropped
fucking
a bomb. You were the guy that's like...
She's not
oh,
stupid, man. She's not going to marry me in a week.
Okay, but wait a second. The last time I talked to you, you hated marriage.
Yeah, you're the
Yeah.
You're like,
I gotta meet this girl.
Listen.
See, like last time I talked to you about this, you hated
The
marriage.
idea- no, listen,
Today, you're ready to do it.
I mean, I didn't ever hate marriage. I don't like the idea. I think the idea of marriage is bullshit.
Back me up on this. You don't like marriage.
I don't like the idea of marriage. I think it's bullshit. The
Right,
concept
but
of
you're
it.
ready to jump into
No,
the
concept of it's just a farce to try to make money and
Not really.
Why
people.
do you now want to marry this girl?
I don't. Listen, I'm not saying. Listen, it's this. This is what I'm trying to say. It's not like I'm going. Please marry me tomorrow.
No.
I'm saying like.
I'm not saying that either. All I'm saying is you can't sit there and go, you guys move on from this shit.
I'm trying to say is like
that's a different person
Yeah, but
talking.
listen, I'm trying to say is like, I'm not saying like, listen, we need to get married one day.
No.
I don't care if we never get married, and as long as she's with me,
Dude,
that's all I care
I'm not even saying
about.
that, but you've never said, hey, you know what, this person, I can see myself marrying. I've never heard that come out of your mouth. Ever.
So what?
I've heard that. You don't understand. That's a switch of a person.
Why can't I?
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying you can't sit there and go, let's move on.
Listen, all I'm trying to say is if she said to me, "Can we get married tomorrow?" I'm like, "Sure."
That's what I'm saying.
Like when a guy marries a girl, it's always to give the girl what she wants.
This
It's like every girl wants to have a wedding.
This is like-
I'm saying my point being is like if you want that, sure.
This is like the next Transformers movie is all of a sudden this epic, like Oscar-worthy movie. Like I've watched 4 Transformers movies. They're all shitty. They're all horrible. And then the 5th one's like, oh my god, this should be nominated for an Oscar. It's that good. I know.
Get to his point. Listen up.
But this is my point. All I'm saying is you can't be like, guys, what the fuck? Relax.
Yeah.
You can't be like that because it's like, what the fuck's coming out of your mouth? And anything come out of your mouth, I'm not against it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're going to do it, but you've never talked like that. You've never talked like that.
So what?
It's not a so what. Someone back me up, but this is not a so what. It's not a so what.
You should have taken.
Everybody I know seems to know that's been married a long time, maybe mostly my parents. There's always this like they just fight and bicker and or hate each other. That I'm against. I don't like the idea of that.
I'm not even judging you. This is not me judging you. You have to understand you're coming from left field saying that.
She's too good for me.
Yeah, but
It's not going to happen.
I'm not worried if
She's
you get
gonna
married.
realize.
I'm not worried. I'm not against you marrying. It's like It's like
She's
is
gonna
he
wait-
going like I don't. You know what? I think alcohol is the worst thing that can happen to a person. Do you know what I mean? It's like
That's a likely thing for me to say eventually, though, probably in like 10 years.
yes, but like, when it does happen, I'll be like, what the fuck? I probably won't know you. I won't be talking to you. But you'd be like, what?
What do you want me to do, Gavin?
I'm just
What
saying
do you
it's
want
out
me
of
to
character.
do?
All I'm saying is
I
out
don't.
of character.
You want me to say I don't want to get married?
No. I don't want you to say any of that. I'm saying it's shocking for me.
Should I say like I like her? Maybe.
No, I want
things
you to
work
say,
out.
I want you to say exactly what you're saying.
I'm saying,
but
like,
it's shocking for me.
I'm saying that if she wanted to, I'm not saying, oh, will you marry me? I don't care about marriage. I'm just saying like, hey, you gonna marry me or I'm gone.
We'll do it.
I'm like, let's get married tomorrow.
See, that's shocking to me.
Like you totally have had that.
You act like I told you guys I have fucking cancer.
Yeah. It's very close.
It's very.
Because it's not that you would marry. It's not that you could marry. It's you saying it's out of character.
Very out of character.
You don't understand.
This is a new Manolis.
Yeah.
Me changing for.
You don't understand.
Have you been in the room with
It's
this woman at
stressing
all?
me out.
Either of you?
Mm.
Yeah. Is there like
Don't get
is
stressed
there anything
out.
coming like a positive energy coming from?
She seems like a nice person. Yeah, she seems really nice.
Yeah, like you get Reiki energy from her.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're getting the vibe.
Yeah.
Like this is a weird shift.
It
You
Listen,
really like this girl,
October's-
clearly.
I got it. I just have to be in a room with her for a while and
We'll see how it goes.
Because I'm just like,
I get it, because she did seem to carry a very positive energy about her, and you seemed very different around her.
Happy.
Yeah, you were happy. You were nicer to mostly me.
I'm not against it, dude. I'm this none of my business. All I'm saying is for you to say it, it's weird for me.
it's probably a huge tribute to her too, because like There's a huge contrast.
She's it's just not. She's not that. It's not.
Yeah, I get
it's
your
not just
point.
that I'm sexually attracted to her. It's just more that. It's like she's just fucking cool to talk to. She's funny. She's smart. She's like, she's entertaining.
So she's a human to you.
Yeah, I literally think she's funnier than me.
Really?
Yeah, like she's funny. She could be an actress. She's I don't know. What's that? You know that she's. You know like what's that fucking chick? What's that TV show? That chick. New Girl.
Yeah.
She's kind of like.
Yeah.
She's like funny. Yeah, she's funny like that.
Okay.
You know, does that make sense?
She's cool, man. I totally
She's
get it.
super smart.
I get why you're so infatuated. I mean, I don't know if infatuation.
I've been aggressive enough that at some point she should have just fucking pushed me away, like in the sense of I'm talking about like the way, like letting her know how I feel.
Not in a Jian Ghomeshi way.
Like you can't like.
Well, it's better than what's that other girl? She almost had a fucking segment on this show for the longest time. The one young girl, I can't remember her fucking name. That dated Justin Bieber.
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez. Yeah, she had like a 5-minute segment on the show for like 10 episodes.
Really?
She's super hot, that chick. Selena Gomez.
Would you marry her?
I'd fuck her.
That's not the same.
He's not in love, man.
So
No, I
what
can't-
what was your point that you wanted to say?
My point being is, I say like, okay, I'm just to be safe, just because I'm like, I figure like if it's gonna work out, if I'm gonna say not that I'm keeping her around, but if we're gonna keep each other around, whatever, I'm probably better off just not having sex with him. And it's not that big a deal. I've gone 6 months without fucking anybody many times. That's normal for me, anyways. But like just to say like I'm just not gonna have sex with anybody else except her when I do, if I do, or whatever. All I thought in my head was I was having this moment like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like when I go like say to St. John's or Halifax.
You jerk off.
I know I jerk off, but like part of like when I go out these places, like you're on.
Have sex.
I'm so not to have sex, to pursue it. Like I'm like the idea. I'm like I found that the idea.
Try reading.
I was thinking about that.
Why not?
I should like start reading and
Go
stuff.
explore the fucking city.
Yeah, and start doing.
Yeah.
Get out of your lizard brain.
Yeah,
Yeah, do other
It's
things.
like he is getting out of that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's what I thought was like. Fuck that. I don't know if I. It's not that I don't know if I can do it, but it just seems
You
like
can do it.
I don't. Yeah, it's just weird.
You
The
can.
idea of it is just weird to
You
me.
can do it.
I think I could do it too,
Yeah.
but it's just weird.
Do stuff that you don't normally do.
Yeah.
Masturbate with your left hand.
It's
There
like
you go.
remember like when George I think George stopped having sex.
Yeah, he became really
He's
smart.
got
Yeah.
smarter.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's like that, but I won't get smarter. You know?
I feel like if you put, more time, not more time, if you were in a relationship, I feel like you would spend less time trying to get laid and you would do other things. You probably would start reading. You would go on hikes. You'd become more cultured. Probably stop saying faggot as much.
Yeah, you probably would.
You might get into stand up even more and just like always want to, hone the craft even more.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking about,
have a whole bunch of
establishing a family unit or some sort of thing. Be like, I gotta put more time into this.
This could be your Louis moment.
Yeah.
Where he got divorced and his career took off. Maybe you getting married is what fucking sets
Or wanting to get married.
yeah. Or you are getting married, remember?
Yeah, you said tomorrow.
She's not gonna marry me. I think it's only a matter of time before she just shakes her head.
It's all when this airs.
Yeah, when this airs.
Well, let's not jinx it.
Oh, I'm okay with jinxing it.
Still, you don't want to jinx it.
I just have to get past October, and if I get past October, we'll be fine.
That's next week.
Friends?
What?
Do you have any DTF friends?
I don't know.
Down to fuck friend. Oh, you don't know our friends.
I don't know. But I always have bad luck in October, usually. I've had I just had bad luck with chicks in October.
Well, it's almost over.
What? I know. I just gotta get past October and everything will be fine.
We're towards the end of it, and you are getting married. So fuck, maybe.
No, if we get past October and she's still we're still hanging out, there's a chance. There's a chance.
No, I'm joking.
That's
good though.
So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, well, we're at.
Wait,
just under 2 hours.
we can't. We have to talk about the guy.
Yeah, I know.
No, we have to say something.
Yeah,
It's
I
from
know,
Hamilton.
I know, absolutely.
What number? Let me just mention and say how tragic it was.
I don't think we should get into too much detail about it,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a fucking tragedy. We're at just under 2 hours.
Oh, I thought that. I'm looking at the.
Yeah, that's stop running. Yeah, Nathan Carrillo. Is that how you say his last name?
He's from Hamilton.
Yeah, he's from Hamilton. Got shot. Everyone in the city seemed to come together, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, everyone kind of pulled together, which was nice. I didn't know Hamilton was.
Hamilton's kind of a proud city when it comes down to it. Like Hamilton's always like we don't wait for everybody else to hate us. We hate ourselves. But when it comes,
Self-loathing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fucking absolute tragedy.
Yeah, it was terrible. The guy was just doing, like, just ceremonial shit. Just like there was no bullets in the gun. It's just all ceremony.
Yeah.
It's just all bullshit. Poor guy. Poor family. But they have funds set up for the kid. Mm-hmm. Yeah. A couple of funds.
Is this tragic? Yeah, like so this guy had a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was he still married with?
No, he was single dad.
Yeah, he was raising the kid. I don't know if you heard because was off mic there.
That's the tragic part. Like that this.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like the idea of any kind of wars, because I don't like the idea of any kid. Like, can you imagine? Like, I remember one time like my parents were fighting and I thought they were going to get a divorce, and I thought like they're going to get divorced. I thought that at one point. They didn't, but when they did, almost like I remember how scared I was.
Yeah.
Like the idea of like them not being how like I thought my life was going to be over. Amongst probably many parents that probably get separated. Like many kids probably actually do have to deal with that. But my point being is like, can you now think about like a kid finding out their dad's dead because he was a fucking soldier in an army? What?
The kid's not going to understand it right now.
But does he ever understand it? Like, it's not acceptable.
No.
It's not acceptable. No child should lose their mom or dad at some point. You know what I mean? Like it's just
For a war.
right.
It wasn't even war. It was a ceremonial thing. And someone, because of religious beliefs, decided to shoot him. It's not cool at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I didn't want to talk about it, because it is very recent and local and very sad.
Well, we should talk
No,
about.
I feel like we should just.
What? Wait, did we say? Do we say his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we should just do more of a tribute and just say, give condolences to the family mourning, rather than debate it on our podcast where we mostly talk about dicks.
Yeah. I mean, all I'm trying to say is like, yeah, I don't know. Just my condolences to the family.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
And all of his friends in Hamilton, because we know a bunch of people that knew him.
and apparently he worked at Che as a bouncer at one point. He worked at an Absinthe and probably amongst other places.
Yeah.
And
I've never met him. I'm sure.
I've never met him.
I'm sure he's kicked me out of many bars in Hamilton.
But from what I've heard, is like most people are saying nice things about him,
Yeah.
like that he was a good guy, and I don't know, man. It doesn't bum me out, but it just bums me out. Bums me out the idea of like thinking about the family, the close ones. I'm not talking about the friends that knew him from like work and stuff. I'm talking about the family. That's what kind of fucking fucks me off, because it gets back to me in the sense of like the daughter, like the idea, like that's why I always say just pissed me off that I just so against the idea of like there should be just no fucking wars, there should be no guns, there should be nothing. Everybody just needs to fucking chill and think about the surrounding of that person that they're hurting, that whatever else. Everything should just. I wish things could be like more like Mad Max. Was it Beyond the Thunderdome? Remember that one, Gavin?
Remember people fight in the cage?
Yeah, I think that's what it should be like. Like I mean, like
That wasn't a good thing.
what?
That movie wasn't like, oh, this is a utopia. That was like, people fighting over gasoline and land.
Yeah.
Which is what we're doing now.
People being used as properties.
No, but I like the idea
Property.
No matter what obviously these guys had a point or they're crazy or like whatever it is, so it wouldn't be that simple for like but I like the idea of like just being like, I just go, hey man, I want to fight you in the dome. Like okay, and that's it.
Yeah, but they're not fighting to fight.
I think but I like the idea of it being like there's like, if you have a problem with someone, you should be able to fill out an
Nobody
application.
has a problem with anyone.
What?
It's not about problems with people.
I know it's beyond that. It's not that. I said that it's not that simple.
Yeah.
But I wish it could just be like that.
You wish it could be like that.
I wish it could be like that. Like I remember Ice-T. I heard on one of his songs. It was like the Home Invasion album. But he's like he says I saw. It's a lyric. I think he said something like, "I saw the greatest thing in my life. I saw two brothers in a straight up fist fight." Yeah. You know what I mean? Like instead of like, he said no one got shot, no one got it, whatever.
Yeah, but like this is my point. Is like that now you're talking about people solving disputes, which is completely different what war is about. And war is about it's about a monetary system.
I know. I'm making that point also, Gavin, that it's beyond. It's not that simple. I keep saying that it's not that simple.
I know, but
you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're right. I'm saying I wish it could be that simple, where it could be like no wars, and if someone's got a problem, I mean, technically, if you ask me,
the analogy doesn't fit for me.
Well, then that's
like I just don't. I'm trying to fit the analogy.
Here's the analogy. Like if two countries don't like each other, the presidents of those two countries should be in a fist fight.
Yeah, but that's
done.
I know what you're saying.
Fucking Putin would win all the fights though. The guy rides bears.
I know what you're saying. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I know. I'm buddy. I keep saying.
You're saying
I know
if
my
it's
ideas.
a simple world, but countries don't have problems with countries. That's not what it's about. Like there's not country has a problem with another country. It's not like that would be so simple.
Right.
It's this country has resources I want. I'm gonna go in and take it.
Right.
That's why there's wars. And then there's also I got to protect this country because this country is part of something that we're part of that's larger than all of us, like a UN. So we got to go to war with that person.
Right. I keep saying that.
I know.
So I know it's not going to work, dude.
I'm not arguing.
You think my point's going to happen?
I'm not arguing with you. All I'm saying is I know what you're saying. If a country has a problem with a country, but the country can't have a problem with another country because that's not what's happening. It would be, so it's like, okay, so if you said if a country wanted another country's resources, then they should fight over it in a cage. That's
fine, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And then that country has to give up its resources or land.
Okay.
That makes more sense than... Because it's not problems.
Well,
there's no humanity in it at all. Because if it was humanity, right? Like what you're saying, if someone had a problem with someone, you're talking about humanity. Then you got people thinking, "Oh, I'm killing people."
I just don't think. Listen, at the end, I just don't think anybody should be killing people. For nothing.
But it's not for nothing.
But for really, like, I'm not saying like. For nothing, man. For nothing. Like what? Because I'm going to kill all their soldiers because we want their oil. That's still nothing.
Well, that's the problem is when you got a country that's dependent on oil. You got to do that shit.
No one should be killing anybody, Gavin. You agree?
I
with
agree
that?
with that. Yeah, but that's humanity level. And then when you look on a different level.
I'm not opposed to. There's like, dude. There's tons of guys I'd love to kill.
No, yeah, but like we're talking about the human level. We're talking about like on our level where it's just you and me, Gavin and Manolis. But when we're talking about okay, well, I'm a country that needs oil because my economic base centers around oil.
I think I think it'd be interesting to see like a whole country be that honest. Like, okay, we want their oil, and we're thinking of going to war and taking it.
Yeah, but
We need everybody to vote yes or no.
yeah,
But we're going to go over there and probably going to kill a lot of people.
or they can say, hey, look, let's stop driving our cars so much, or let's start carpooling. Let's cut down. We're hurting the environment. Or,
Well, yeah, but if not, we also can do this instead.
Or we can go.
So
yeah.
what do you guys make a vote? Say, make it up to actual people and say, should we go?
So,
fucking-
but you see what
do
my
you think
problem
everybody?
is?
Do you think everybody would vote? Go, yeah, let's
But
go
here's
kill
my
them.
problem: is that you're putting all the onus on the politicians when it really comes down to us.
Well, obviously, I would never go to war.
Yeah, but it's our needs.
I would never go to war.
Yeah, but we're paying for them to go to war. What we're doing is, okay, we drive cars like crazy or whatever. We use, let's use oil as the example because it's much more than that. But let's use oil as an example. Everyone has like 3 or 4 cars or 2 cars or whatever. What you're saying is to the politicians is like, this is an economy that makes money for us. So, you know, this is viable. This is something that we can use, or because there's a need for it. There's supply and demand. There's a demand for it. So they go, all right, well, we can get it cheap and sell it back to our people. So if people were just like, fuck it, I don't want to drive, then that need to go to war wouldn't exist.
So what are you saying? If we just didn't have cars, then we wouldn't have to go
I'm
to
just
war?
saying it's like it's us that make people go to war. That make countries
Well,
go to war.
and I think people are animals when it comes right down to it.
Yeah, we're all animals. And we just don't give a fuck.
Right. Well, I think the ultimate idea. Then I remember this guy telling me once. I think what fixed everything was just because people don't want to get involved in that sense too. And just make it a mandatory draft.
Yeah, but,
In every country should have a draft.
yeah, but
if you
the
want
okay.
oil, you have to go and do the war.
Yeah, but then like you're 18, right? Like 18. What is it? 18-year-old draft. And old people won't give a fuck. Anyone over fucking
Do you
25.
think young people won't care more then?
Yeah, young people will care, but old people are people that vote. Young people get more
You don't
involved
think
with
young
politics.
people will vote more if they know
Oh, yeah.
they got to go to
At
fucking
that
war?
point, yeah.
So that's my point.
And
How
they'll
do we get
change
out?
it.
How do we get out of this fucking war?
Make it mandatory to make it. Yeah, make
And
people
mandatory. I'm talking about
Care more. People are selfish.
all Canada, all America, all any country,
People are selfish. Right?
Australia, everyone mandatory. I'm sure there's countries. Pretty sure it's mandatory in Greece. You got to go for it. You got to go.
Israel
for
is
two
you
years.
gotta join the army in Israel.
But you go like you all America has to go where war for, like say, at 18 for 2 years or whatever it
You have
is.
to enlist.
No, but if that's what they did, more people would fucking try to figure out how to not
Stop
be in war
yeah.
then.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just
Right? Because who wants to go to war when the
It's the
general public do not want to go to
it's
war?
the individual that can change shit.
Have you carried a gun? I had a fucking fake machine gun for background work, but someone told me, yeah, it's about the same thing. It's fucking heavy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It's the individual that will change shit.
Okay, I think we solved that problem. So, I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah, we hit
Cool.
we're at just over 2 hours now.
You cool with that, Gavin?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Plugs?
I got a plug. Does anybody else?
Oh, as always,
I didn't do my dates.
Monday.
You got dates?
Yeah.
Getting to do the plugs in the middle of the podcast.
It's okay. The people, hey, listen. They want to give up on us now. Hey guys, don't feel guilty.
If you made it this far, to some of these dates.
Gavin, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
I was just,
Gavin,
okay.
go first.
then Gavin has a bunch of shows.
It's not tons. Fuck. November 8th, I'll be in Niagara Falls. And January 20th, I'll be in London for Fanshawe. In March sometime, I'll be doing Vancouver. So that's what I have so far.
When you're doing the Outback at Fanshawe?
I have no idea.
Probably the school bar.
Probably. It's not a nighttime. It's a daytime. It's a nooner. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, I've been doing a bunch of those when I went to Fanshawe. And they're awesome. So if you guys are in London, check it out.
Yeah, it's a good time. Fanshaw's always a good school.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of drunk 19-year-old girls at the bar for sure.
Yeah. That's always good.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah, 19. Ugh.
They're ripe.
They're very ripe.
Learning and stuff.
I got open mic on 29th at Hamilton Yuck Yucks, and then I enrolled in that Go Yuck Yourself contest for November 19th.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm in that too. I just don't remember what day I'm on.
Okay, I would like to plug. About 2 weeks ago, I think it was, I worked with a comic named Rebecca Kohler. I think she's really funny. Check her out on YouTube. REBECCA Kohler's KOHLER. She's got some funny videos on YouTube. I think she's funny. Check her out. That's it.
You cheating on your wife?
So it's on Twitter, Gino Podcast, and on Facebook, Gino Podcast. And also our website, girlsnightoutpod.com. And I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, and stay tuned for Manolis' wedding. You guys are all invited.
That's awesome. You're going to be the flower girl?
Maybe the flower girl.
If you want to use this room for reception or anything, it's totally cool. I can deck this place up, man.
Yeah, we could do a podcast at your wedding.
And we can podcast your wedding. That'd be an awesome wedding.
I'm only getting
Table
married.
way in the back.
I'm only getting married, so I can do a podcast on it.
How many podcasts have been done at a wedding? It'd be the first.
Yeah. Very good. Well, that's the episode.
Bye.